Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield. This is Montana State Bobcat basketball.
Inside, left hand slam. What was that?
Brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, Mountains and Mines. And by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
A quick foray out of football as we get ready for a big-time matchup between Montana State and Utah State on the hardwood, the 120th meeting between the Bobcats and the Aggies. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly. Pleasure to be with you today, and hope you had a safe and happy holiday this week with some friends and some family and some good food. And now you get a chance to feast on some Bobcat basketball for a matchup against one of the tougher opponents Montana State will face on this very difficult non-conference slate for the Bobcats. They have played a number of Power 4 and high major teams, and today will be another very difficult test against a team that's probably the highest rated team they will face in the non-conference. Going to be a good one today between the Bobcats and the Aggies. Taking a look at this Bobcat schedule right now, they are coming off their first Division I win at Long Beach State last week, winning 78-72. It was a good ball game for Montana State. Christian King got a little banged up in that ball game. Sounds like King is a question mark today. We'll get the starting lineups here in a little bit. If King is not playing, it will be Jeremiah Davis in the starting lineup, who had a big-time breakout game last time out with 15 points, 3 steals, went 6 of 7 in front of a lot of friends and family down in Southern California last week. So good to see Jeremiah Davis continuing to come up and come on strong for the Bobcats, because he is an incredibly talented player who suffered through some injuries last season. And nice to see Jeremiah Davis back in there and getting some good reps. The Cats are going to need him today against a strong Utah State squad. But for Montana State, 43 points in the second half against Long Beach State about a week ago. So had a little chance to get in the lab and tune things up and get ready to go today. And now it'll be interesting to see how they match up with this Utah State team, which is one of the higher-ranked teams by some of the metrics out there right now. They are a significantly higher-ranked team in some of those national metrics than Stanford, than Boise State, than Colorado. So big chance for Montana State here against one of the more complete teams they will see in this non-conference. And the final game of a long road trip here, Bobcats have not been home since November 9th in that tight 2-point loss against Denver. And then they've got the Summit League preseason favorite St. Thomas coming into town next Wednesday. And don't forget, women's basketball is back home that next Saturday as well. It's going to be a doubleheader around campus, as Bobcat football will have their second round playoff game at noon, and then at 6 o'clock women's basketball will play later that night in their Summit League Big Sky Challenge matchup. All right, we got a lot to get to. We're going to talk with head coach Matt Logan in just a little bit. We'll get you caught up on a bunch of scores as well, both on the hardwood and on the gridiron. We'll get you caught up on some of the FCS playoffs that are going on today. We'll let you know who the Bobcats are playing. We have an answer. We know. And, boy, it was a barn burner between Youngstown State and Yale. We'll get you caught up on that a little bit later as well. But first, we're going to take a break as we get set for Montana State and Utah State today. Back after this timeout, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
Ready to go for some Bobcat basketball. It is Montana State and Utah State today from Logan. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile and see why this Utah State team is going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. This Utah State team comes in at 6-0. They've played one other Big Sky team. They beat Weber State 83-73 in their second game of the season. That was a game in which Weber State was actually tied with Utah State at halftime, and then Utah State put it on in the second half to pull away a little bit. And for Utah State also, they're coming off a dominant MTE. They played Tulane and Davidson in one of those multi-team tournaments, and they were really, really good. They were playing out in Charleston, South Carolina, the Charleston Classic. They dominated Tulane and Davidson. They beat Tulane by 21 points. They beat Davidson by 34 points, and MJ Collins, the fourth-year senior out of South Carolina, was magnificent, including putting up a 40-point game in that win against Davidson. We're going to talk with Coach Logan a little bit about who MJ Collins is and how he scores the basketball, but boy, he was incredible in that last time out, so he's scoring 21 points a game for them. Now, one of the things to keep an eye out for this Utah State squad, they are very good, and I mean exceptional at forcing turnovers. They're number 4 in the nation, forcing 12 turnovers per game this season. And they're doing all that while only turning the ball over 13 times per game. So 12 steals against 13 turnovers. That's a ratio you don't see too often. Drake Allen, a grad transfer who is a Utah native, is third in the nation at about 3.5 steals per game. And then Mason Falslev is averaging over 2 steals per game. So they got a couple of guys who have really done a good job of jumping some passing lanes, forcing turnovers. They've been really good in that regard. And really one of the strengths for Montana State has been the fact that they've actually handled the basketball and have not turned it over too much so far this year. So we'll see which of those two unstoppable forces and immovable objects match up in this ball game today. But if Bobcats can control the ball a little bit, that'll put them in a good place. Now, this is a Utah State team that is in their second year under head coach Jared Calhoun, who came over from Youngstown State. He's a 14th year head coach. He replaced, of course, Danny Sprinkle, who had spent one season here before going over to Washington, and now Sprinkle in his second year over at UW. A couple of familiar faces. Brett Ritter, the trainer here for Utah State, spent a long time in Bozeman with Montana State. And Johnny Hill, one of the assistant coaches here at Utah State, spent a couple of years under Coach Sprinkle and helped win Big Sky Championship at Montana State. He's here as one of the assistants as well. So nice little tie-in here, a couple of different things. A lot of people during the afternoon getting ready for this game have come up and asked me about Darius Brown's younger brother. Davius Brown is on the team, and there's a lot of love here for what these two programs have done and that symbiosis that was created when Coach Sprinkle came down here for the year. And, of course, again, he's up in Seattle now with the Huskies. But going to be a good one today for this Utah State and Montana State team today as we get into the Kendall Ford Keys to the Game, presented by Kendall Ford of Bozeman. For the Bobcats, first and foremost, got to take care of the basketball today. That's going to be absolutely paramount in this ball game with the way Utah State forces turnovers. So that's going to be a really big-time key. Got to knock down your shots. Got to handle what is typically a tough environment. They've averaged 8,600 a game so far this year at home in their 3 home games. However, a lot of the students have gone home for Thanksgiving, so whatever the normal energy in this building is, it will be subtracted by a few percentage points because they're just not going to have their full student section today. So that will play in the Bobcats' favor a little bit in this one. And then how do the Bobcats kind of pick up some of the scoring with Christian King expecting to miss this game with an ankle injury? Sounds like Jeremiah Davis will be the guy in his place. But how do they pick that up? Christian King, a Power 4 transfer coming down from Washington, and he's been good. He's been averaging 10 points per game and has started each of the first 7 contests of the year. So how do the Bobcats pick up that absence from Christian King? And can Jeremiah Davis continue his rise? Remember, he was a JUCO All-American. He's a really good basketball player who was out last year, and we'll see if Jeremiah Davis can help bring things together here a little bit for Montana State now in his 4th year as a college basketball player. Spent the 2 years at JUCO, won a lot of games there at Fullerton College, and now starting to settle into one of the bigger roles for Montana State, and that is not a surprise for anybody that has been following this team. All right, we're going to take a break. On the other side of this timeout, we will get you caught up on the rest of the sporting landscape. We've got a lot to get to. Of course, get you some Big Sky scores. We'll tell you where women's hoops is, and we'll get you caught up the first round of the FCS playoffs. We know who the Bobcats will be playing on the gridiron next Saturday. We'll tell you about that and more after this timeout. Back after this break, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. At Vance Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision. Because when it comes to cheering for the Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Vance Thompson Vision is proud to be the official LASIK and cataract provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at VanceThompsonVision.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
We are back courtside at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Keaton Gillogly with you as we get set for our tip-off coming up at 5 past the top of the hour. Getting ready to go for the 120th meeting between Montana State and Utah State. Longtime rivals. Bobcats, though, have been on the wrong end recently. They are 6-23 in their last 29 meetings, but see if they can get things going in their first matchup since 2019. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard presented by First Interstate Bank. Let's begin with some men's basketball around the Big Sky. 2 games yesterday. Idaho State won against Cal State Northridge 82-50, so a 32-point win for Idaho State. They've looked good in the early non-conference, and then Idaho lost against Sam Houston 94-68. Coming up and tipping off with our game down in Ogden, Weber State is hosting Kansas City. Northern Colorado has Regis. Northern Colorado 6-1 right now. And Sac State is up in Stockton for a commuter game at Pacific. Coming up on Tuesday, Sac State is also at Baylor. And then on Wednesday, we begin the Summit League Big Sky Challenge. The Bobcats will be at home against St. Thomas for a 7 p.m. tip-off. We'll be on the air for that one at 6:30. Some of the other interesting scores: Northern Colorado got a Mountain West win on Wednesday. They beat Air Force 71-53. Idaho State played Sam Houston tough, losing 84-81. Northern Arizona beat Southeast Missouri State 79-72, and Idaho beat CSUN 78-64. Also of note, Montana lost in their last game on Tuesday. They fell against Oakland 95-87. So that's what's going on there. For women's basketball, they have been off for about a week. Their last game was on Monday. They lost at Troy 74-60. They are at Colorado in Boulder coming up tomorrow for a 1 o'clock tip-off. That means Daniel Sally will be on the call starting at 12:45. And Women's Hoops returns for a doubleheader around campus on Saturday next week. Women's basketball hosts North Dakota in their Summit League Big Sky Challenge. That game starts at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, football will be in action at noon for the second round of the FCS playoffs. And we do know who the Bobcats will be playing, and it will be Yale. How about out of the Ivy League? Yale in their first year eligible for postseason play in the FCS playoffs. Yale comes back, a furious comeback. They were down 35-7 at halftime, and Yale comes all the way back with a 21-point fourth quarter. They beat Youngstown State 43-42. So a monster performance by Yale. Dante Reno, their quarterback, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Yale rushed for 193 yards in the game and had 3 rushing touchdowns. So big-time win for Yale. Heck of a comeback in this one. And we will see this Yale squad, the Yale Bulldogs, up at Bobcat Stadium on Saturday. And that will be a noon kickoff. We'll be on the air at 11 o'clock. Also of note around some of the playoffs right now, sticking on the Bobcat side of the bracket. Lamar trailing Abilene Christian 38-14. So Abilene Christian looking to move on early in the fourth quarter. Illinois State leading Southeast Louisiana 21-3. How about North Dakota pouring it on Tennessee Tech that was undefeated against FCS opponents? North Dakota leading 23-6 midway through the fourth quarter. That is on the North Dakota State side of the bracket. South Dakota State leading Drake 38-10. And then some of the finals, as they've got the motorcycle coming out right now. They've got the mascot from the Utah Jazz helping bring out the mascot of the Aggies right now. So they've got a purple motorcycle on the floor right now as they start to get into their pump and circumstance. Yes, that is a motorcycle that's revving with the LED lights around the rims and whatnot. So cool stuff going on there. But getting you caught up on some of these other scores, South Dakota State has Chase Mason back, and Chase Mason in his return throws for 3 touchdowns. They beat New Hampshire 41-3. So Chase Mason and South Dakota State will be going to Montana for a noon kickoff in Missoula coming up next Saturday. So those are some of the key important games around FCS playoff football today. Some of the top 25 games going on around the FBS ranks. Of course, one of the big-time games was Ohio State and Michigan, and Ohio State has broken their 4-game losing streak against Michigan. Ohio State wins 27-9. Texas Tech beats West Virginia 49-0. Looks like Texas Tech will be in the playoffs. Miami at 10-2. They beat Pittsburgh today 38-7. Is that enough to get them into the playoffs? They're sitting number 12 in the nation right now. Alabama with a win today against Auburn would get themselves in the SEC championship game. This all comes after Texas A&M lost at Texas yesterday for an upset bid over there. Oregon needs a win at Washington today to make the Big Ten championship game. They're up 3-0 early in the first quarter over there. BYU still trying to get into the playoffs as well. They're 10-1, and they're leading UCF right now 38-21. Will that be enough to get them into the playoffs as well? So a lot going on. USC on the cusp as well of the playoffs, although they're number 17 in the nation. They've got UCLA today in the PM. USC is 8-3, 6-2 in the Big Ten. So that's what's going on elsewhere, just in general in the FBS ranks as we come into the final week of the FBS regular season, first weekend of the FCS playoffs, and today the Bobcats getting ready to go against the Utah State Aggies. All right, one update. It does look like Christian King is officially out today. Jeremiah Davis will be getting his first Bobcat start today. All right, we will step aside. When we come back, we'll sit down with head coach Matt Logan as we get set for the Bobcats and the Aggies from Logan, Utah today. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org. Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
We're back on the pregame show, getting ready to go for Montana State and Utah State today. Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Matt Logan. And Coach, first of all, coming off Thanksgiving, how was the holiday with the guys and everybody, and then traveling down yesterday?
Yeah, it was a good week for us to just get back in the lab, get some things in place for today's game. Playing obviously a really strong program, and take advantage of the opportunity to spend some time with family as well.
All right, well, we get to get back out on the hardwood right now. One of the things we've seen for you guys, you've been in a lot of really tight games against a lot of really good teams so far this year. How do you feel about just some of your late-game execution and how you're standing up against some of these quality teams so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that you love to see from our group is, we've got right now, I think, the 51st toughest schedule in the country. And, we've had a chance to win every single one of those games. And so that's certainly a positive. When you have a new group of guys, there's always things that you've got to learn about, each other, about situations, about teams, and we've seen great growth in that area. And so we're excited about what's to come.
Well, we've seen you guys play teams out of the Mountain West, Utah State, a future Pac-12 team, the ACC, the Big 12 as well. How does this Utah State team stack up against some of the other really quality opponents you've played so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, just based on the eye test and the numbers, it's pretty apparent Utah State's the best team we've played this year to date. They're top 5 in the country in steals, 24th in Ken Palm. They're undefeated for a reason. Just won a big, multi-team tournament against quality competition like Davidson and VCU. So this is an NCAA tournament program. It's an NCAA tournament team, and so great test for us again to show what we've learned and really dial up the competition again.
Yeah, it's a Utah State team that's been to the NCAA tournament each of the last 3 years and 5 times since 2019. You mentioned the steals. They've been really good in that regard, number 4 in the nation in total steals per game. What's going to be the key to some ball security today?
Well, they play a unique style of defense, first and foremost. They're a switching man-to-man team in the sense that, they give you a lot of zone looks, but they play with extreme tenacity and aggression in the passing lanes and on the basketball. And so they've been, turning people over at a high rate. They're scoring 24%, 25% of their points in transition off of turnovers, and that's 25 points a game, which is about 30% of their points. So, we've got to take good care of the basketball. Obviously, I think one of our strengths has been taking care of the basketball, and that'll probably be a big story of the game, as well as the offensive glass.
You mentioned Utah State coming off that MTE championship. They're coming off a couple of big-time blowout wins against Tulane and Davidson. They beat Davidson by 34 points. They did play Weber State earlier this year. That was a tough game. It was tied at the half. Are we seeing Utah State kind of rise up here and start to figure some things out, or did they just kind of catch some good matchups last week?
Well, I mean, Davidson's a really good program too. I think if you look at the tail of the tape from early in the year to last week, you see a team that just knows who they are on the defensive end a lot more. They've got a freshman in Elijah Perryman coming off the bench, who's a really good freshman. Early in the year, you would pop on the film and see some mistakes here or there, and now some of those things aren't happening quite as much. They just seem to have found their rhythm defensively, and with that has come just a barrage of turnovers and transition. And then MJ Collins, the way he shot the basketball in that tournament, obviously gives you just a super three-point threat.
Yeah, I was going to ask about MJ Collins is coming off that 40-point game. So what kind of scorer is he? How does he get the ball through the hoop?
Well, 24 of his 40 shots are from 3. That's what he does first and best. But he's more than capable of going off the bounce, attacking the rim, getting out in transition as well. So we've got to limit his catches one pass away, not allow him to get any easy catch and shoot threes, and try to make other players beat us in areas of their game where they're not maybe as designed to do so.
And finally, for Utah State in the front court, how do you guys match up with their size today?
Well, they're really active. Carson Templin's a guy that's been in their program and in their rotation for a long time. He plays with great ferocity. Mason Falslove is kind of a Swiss Army knife at the wing position that gets a lot of loose balls, scores around the basket, gets his hands on balls. Drake Allen has really good size at the point guard position at 6'5". So, they're not a team that overwhelms you with their power. They overwhelm teams more with their speed and their aggression. And so but at the end of the day, if you get through that and the ball goes up on the glass, you really have to be aware of their offensive rebounding as well, because they're 37, 38% of the time they're getting their offensive rebounds. So when you couple offensive rebounding and turnover margins like that, you can see why they are having the season that they've had so far.
All right, big time test today between Montana State and Utah State. Coach, appreciate the time, the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups and tip-off between the Bobcats and the Aggies. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
Local is more than where you do business. It's how you serve your customers and communities. And for us, it's why we do what we do. At Stockman Bank, we offer convenient, innovative financial solutions backed by the power of quick, informed local decisions. So you receive the services you need when you need them. We don't just believe in local, we are local. We are Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
The brand is one of the most recognized in healthcare. The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our strength. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. I'm proud that we have the local presence, and yet we're also very fortunate to leverage the size of our larger organization, including innovative products and services at the larger national level, and be able to bring that to Montana for all of our members in the future.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
Echoing
to the cup, one-hand slam
from the brick.
And the brick is back to life.
And all throughout the great state of Montana.
Put it on the highlight reel.
It's time for Bobcat.
There's the juice.
Basketball.
Floats it up and in, and he beats the buzzer. To the cup, the rack attack. Deep three, bang. Oh, baby. He backpedals, shaking his head, saying, you can't cover me. Rises and rattles the rim. Rattles the rim. A two-hand slam.
The best is yet to come.
Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
What has been an incredibly challenging non-conference season crescendos today as Montana State heads to Logan, Utah to take on one of their more highly ranked opponents with the Utah State Aggies next on the list this afternoon. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly, getting ready to go for this tip-off between Montana State and Utah State. And before we do that and get you the starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for network station identification. This is Montana State basketball. My name is Keaton Gillogly. Pleasure to be with you today. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're on the Varsity Network app one of our multiple radio affiliates, or even on YouTube, where we have our behind the mic feed for each of our games throughout the year. Always a nice community in the group chat of that. So happy to have everybody along today. The lights are darkened. They're going through the announcements of the starting lineup right now. Let's take a look for the Bobcats under third-year head coach Matt Logan, and a new starting lineup today due to an injury. Christian King is out. He is in street clothes today. So Jeremiah Davis gets the start in place of Christian King this afternoon. He is joined by Jed Miller and Kevin Holden at the guard spots, along with Patrick McMahon as a wing and Chris Hodges in the front court. So that's the starting five for the Cats. On the other side for Utah State, MJ Collins coming off a 40-point performance last time out. Drake Allen, number 3 in the nation in steals per game. Mason Falslev, who played under Coach Sprinkle in that 1 year. Sprinkle was here. Tucker Anderson in the front court, along with Carson Templin. So that is the starting five under third-year head coach Jared Calhoun, who came up from Youngstown State. About 20% of their student section filled up today, starting the I Believe That We Will Win chant right now. And we'll see what kind of environment this really feels like. This is a smaller crowd than they are used to here, being at Thanksgiving break and all. So not usually the packed house that you get here. We'll see if that plays into the Bobcats' favor. Montana State in the navy blue today, with the gold capitalized Montana State across the chest with gold numbers on the front and the back. Utah State in the home whites with the navy blue, the darker navy blue, Aggies written across the chest, and the numbers on the front and the back of the jerseys. We're ready to go. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by the Utah State Aggies, and we are underway for the 120th meeting between these two programs out in the Big Sky Mountain West area. So the Aggies go from right to left, the home whites, to set it all up. Templin hands it off to Falslev, who slings out to the right wing. Quick trigger three. That's short. The Bobcats grab the rebound. They're going to try to push it. Bobcats are going to try to play really fast today. Holden steps into a right wing three. In and out. Good shot. Didn't fall. Fighting for the rebound. Jeremiah Davis got a hand on it, but it falls away and out of bounds. All right, so missed three, but a really good look. That's the shot they want to take. They want to be very, very aggressive, and good hustle by Jeremiah Davis, coming off probably his best game as a Bobcat last time out. 15 points, 3 steals, went 6 of 7 from the field. Utah State going to work offensively now. Out to the right wing, Templin hands it off to Collins. He tries a contested three, bricked it, and Jed Miller has the rebound for the Bobcats. MSU moving quickly ahead from left to right. Holden trying to turn the corner down to the right baseline. Throws it back out to the top, but Jed Miller tracks down a nearly errant pass. Out to Pat McMahon, bounce pass into the right corner. Holden thought about a three, second guessed it, gets it out to McMahon. Up top to Holden. Holden moves left with 10 to shoot. Hands off for Jeremiah Davis, 7. Davis with the dribble, gets inside, has his pocket picked. And Utah State is outrun the other way. Anderson had it knocked free and out of bounds. Holden came in from behind. Looked like Tucker Anderson was going to have a clear path to the bucket. And good job by Kevin Holden coming in there and knocking it away. Gary Clark checking into the ball game now, a fifth-year senior, 6'9", out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Aggies will inbound underneath their own basket. MSU and Utah State scoreless. 18:44 to go in the first half. They inbound it into Clark. Ball moves around the perimeter out to the right wing, and we got a foul away from the ball. Templin lost his balance in the vicinity of Kevin Holden, and Holden picks up his first foul. Aggies will inbound the basketball out of the Mountain West. Their final year in the Mountain West before they join that new look Pac-12 next season. Inbounds pass coming into the right corner. Falslev makes the catch, working on Holden to the right corner. Lob down to the post. Templin makes the catch, hooks it up, and hooks it home. Carson Templin with his first 2 points. He's at 9 a game this year. Texas native. Bobcats fall behind. They trail 2-0. It's first bucket of the game. 18:20 to go first half. Holden gives to Miller. Tries to turn the corner. Skip past left corner. McMahon tries the three. That's no good. And a foul away from the ball before the shot. Oh, no, excuse me. McMahon actually stepped on that sideline, that left sideline, so it is a turnover by Montana State. So 2 early turnovers by the Bobcats. Utah State forcing 16 turnovers per game this season. Aggies with the ball, lob into the post, and it's off the mark, a turnover. Falslev looking for Carson Templin and Pat McMahon was there on the defense. The Bobcats forced the turnover and will go from left to right, trailing 2-0 with 18:07 to go in the first half. Kevin Holden takes it up the floor, coming up out of the D2 ranks at Central Washington. Goes over to Jed Miller, the fourth-year senior. Back to Holden. Takes it to the left wing, back to Miller on the right wing. Driving a kick. Here's McMahon ripping the right baseline. Bounce pass left corner. Extra pass to Holden. Left wing three, partially blocked. And Utah State grabs the air ball. And Falslev got out and got a fingertip on it. Now the other way. Allen in deep for Utah State against Jed Miller. He's really improved his defense over the last 4 years in the Bobcat blue and gold. Into Templin against Miller. And now we got a whistle and a travel. And how about that? Jed Miller going against the 6'9 Carson Templin and forcing that turnover. And that is the difference for Jed Miller this year compared to his early seasons with the Bobcats. That defensive prowess. 17:30 to go first half. MSU down 2-0. Cats have it to our right. Holden out on the left wing, looking for room. Pressure, gets it to Jeremiah Davis, who makes his first Bobcat start. Back out to Holden, around to Pat McMahon, the Alaskan. Down to the right block, runs into a double team, steps back for a jumper, and it's good, hitting nothing but net. Pat McMahon opens the scoring for the Bobcats, his first two of the day. Came into this game, or this season rather, averaged about 10 points per game. Aggies have it from right to left. Game tied at 2, 17 minutes to go first half as a Let's Go Aggies chat breaks out. Falslev catch and shoot three, and it's good from the top of the key. Mason Falslev, a 37% shooter from downtown. Bobcats trail 5-2. Into the right corner for Davis. Probing, trying to turn the corner to the free throw line. Spins left shoulder, had his pocket pick, taken away, thrown ahead. 2-on-1. Collins Euro step, lays it in transition. That's good. MJ Collins with his first 2 points, their leading scorer, who averages 21 a game. 7-2, Utah State, 16:25 to go, first half. Out to Jed Miller in the left wing. Working his way down the left baseline, cut off. Gets it out to Holden, crosses over into the lane, stops, kicks, right corner McMahon to Davis topside. Davis on the drive to the left elbow, kicks back out to McMahon, pumps the three, steps inside, puts up the floater off the glass, and good. Good patience by Pat McMahon. Really good patience overall by the Bobcat offense on that possession. 16 minutes to go in the first half. We got a stoppage coming to the next whistle. 7-4 Utah State. Allen bounce pass to the top of the key. Going around to Templin on the left wing. Hand off at the top. Allen gives to Falslev. Lob into the post. Templin working on the right block. Turns, hooks, rimming, no. And Chris Hodges comes out of traffic with the Bobcat rebound. Jeremiah Davis into the front court. Around to Pat McMahon on the right wing. Dribbling with the left hand to the free throw line. Posting up into the paint. Kick it out. Holden thought about a three. Good closeout by Falslev. Driving a kick. Davis a three. Rimming, no. Rattled around. The Bobcats have missed a couple of good looks from three in the early going. Now a long pass stolen away. Pat McMahon in transition. Goes to the cup and lays it home. What a great anticipation by Pat McMahon, who's got all 6 Bobcat points. What a play. 15:05 to go in the first half. Utah State leading 7-6. Joachim Bach will head in, and so will Jaden Stepp in a moment. Collins lobs out to the top of the key for Clark. Handoff for Allen on the left wing. Spots up a topside three. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, and the Bobcats win it. All right, it could have called a foul on Templin. They just swallowed the whistles. The Bobcats go the other way. Here's McMahon drilling a left wing three. Pat McMahon, a hot start for the Alaskan. Knocking down the three ball to give the Bobcats a 2-point lead with 14:30 to go in the first half. Pat McMahon looking like a killer tonight. Allen to the free throw line. Steps inside, hands it off. Clark floats it up. That's no good. The Bobcats win the rebound and a foul on Drake Allen. Chris Hodges had the rebound, drawing the foul. And the Bobcats have a little momentum and juice on this Saturday afternoon. Let's step aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We are courtside at the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum in Logan, Utah. With 14:20 to go in the first half, it's Montana State 9, Utah State 7. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Keaton Gillogly back with you at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and the Bobcats on a 7-0 run, all powered by Pat McMahon, who has all 9 of Montana State's points. Bobcats leading 9-7 against the Aggies with 14:20 to go in the first half against this Mountain West rival. Little pressure in the backcourt here by Utah State, which has been exquisite in forcing turnovers this year. The Bobcats break it with some long passes as Davian Brown checks into the game. It's Brown, Miller, Stepp, and Botch. Here's McMahon down to the right block, hooks it up. That's no good, and the rebound fought for, and a jump ball. Pat McMahon doing a nice job of tying up Gary Clark. So they'll put 20 seconds on the shot clock and give the ball to the Bobcats. Good hustle again by Pat McMahon. Hey, I mean, he looks like he's taking his game to another level in the first 6 minutes today. Jed Miller looking to inbound. We got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. That's going on Utah State. And that'll be on Colby King. And the Bobcats getting a little juice here. Davian Brown will inbound the baseline now. His brother Darius Brown played the 1 season here under Coach Sprinkle with great Osabor and company. And he was very highly regarded here. I had multiple people come up and talk to me about Darius Brown before the game today. Pat McMahon out on the left wing, trying to turn the corner at the top of the key, taking it down to the right block, posting up, leaning in, floating it up short, put back, no, and a foul. Boy, and Pat McMahon is the aggressor right now. Foul on Tucker Anderson, his first. I mean, this is the most confident I've seen Pat McMahon in my 4 years covering him in this Bobcat squad. A sight for sore eyes. If he's playing like this with the talent he's got around him, look out, Big Sky. So Pat McMahon going to the line. They're chanting in unison, "You will miss it." McMahon dialing it up. And he misses the first free throw. Now that has been one of the bugaboos a bit for the Bobcats this year. They have missed a handful of free throws. His second is good. That one rims around, and Pat McMahon already into double figures with all 10 Bobcat points. MSU up 10-7 against Utah State. Utah State with the ball. They work to our right, or excuse me, to our left. Perryman has the dribble. True freshman out of San Francisco, driving a kick. Here's Anderson. He tries a three, misses it left, and the rebound grab by Davian Brown, who had a good box-out position. Ahead to Pat McMahon, who's got the red-hot hand. He's doubled, throws out to Miller, who's open. His right wing three, missed it right. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, staying with the Bobcats. Good hustle by Waka and Botch to force the issue. The Bobcats doing all this with a slow start from three. They're 1 of 5 from downtown. Pat McMahon has the only Wendy's three-point field goal make. Inbounds pass coming from Montana State. Into the left corner for Jed Miller. Out to Waka and Botch, and around the perimeter to Stepp. Over to McMahon. Calls out for a screen. Dribbles left, takes it to the top of the key, turns down to the left elbow, back it into the post, kicks it out for Brown, makes a contested catch, 5 to shoot, steps inside, floats it up, missed it, no, tip back, and it's good. Davian Brown on the second and then third try, and a timeout called by Utah State. And the Bobcats have a lot of energy right now. Boy, they have really brought in a lot of juice today. And a timeout called by Utah State. We're keeping it here. And good 1-2 from Davian Brown, putting that thing home and knocking it down to add to the Bobcat lead as Davian Brown becomes the first Bobcat other than Pat McMahon to score in this first half. McMahon's got 10 points. Davian Brown has 2. Bobcats have matched Utah State, each with 3 turnovers so far. And that's a good sign. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. 12:57 to go in the first half. Bobcats forcing the Aggies into a timeout. Always feels good when you're the road team, when you're the underdog. Howie Keene, true freshman out of Texas, checking in. And Utah State moves from right to left. Perryman out on the left wing, throws it up to the top of the key for Collins. Moving left, kicks into the left corner. Here's Perryman with a 3. That's in and out. Offensive rebound by King. Put back no, and a foul. Howie King commits the foul. And it will send Colby King. So it's Keene, K-E-E-N-E, and Colby King, like a monarch. On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity app, available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. The free throw is good from Colby King. Mentioned Howie Keene getting into the ball game today, his 4th appearance of the season. Next free throw from Colby King, and that is good. So that ends that 10-0 run, although Utah State still has not hit a field goal in the last 4 minutes. Bobcats have to pass through that full court pressure, and they do get it in decently comfortably. So Bobcats set up the offense. Brown working at the top of the key. Bounce pass into the lane. Inbach goes up, adjusts midair. Missed the righty scoop shot. Utah State the rebound. Out to Collins. Back up top to Perryman. He turns right. Cut off by Step. Comes back to his left. Throws into the left corner. King fires a 3, and it's good. Colby King, the 4th-year senior out of Florida, knocking it down. Now the Bobcats trying to hustle through the pressure, and they do. Jaden Step into the lane. Down to the mid-post. Kick back out to Holden. Under 12 to play in the first half. We're tied. It's 12-12. Holden working at the top, crossing over, down to the mid-post, gets in deep, turns the corner, throws back out. Step tries a 3. That's no good. Back iron, knocked out of bounds, going the other way. It'll be Utah State ball when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:43 to go in the first half. This game is tied. It's 12-12 between Montana State and Utah State. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Contact Bozeman State Farm agent Dan Rust today.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
Keaton Gillogly back with you at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We got a ball game today. Bobcats hanging with Utah State, which is receiving votes in the top 25. They're one of the higher rated teams in the Ken Palm rankings, which is considered one of the real gold standards of some of the analytic rankings of teams across the country. 11:43 to go in the first half. And it's 12-12 between Montana State and Utah State. A defensive battle to start with, both teams shooting about 35%. Utah State with the ball coming out of the timeout. They work offensively to our left. Perryman working on Brown. Knock free. Davian Brown with a steal. He's in transition. Going to the rack. Lays it up with the left hand. Left it short. Put back. Yes. What an effort by Davian Brown, and Jaden Stepp able to foul and knock it down. Bobcats take a 2-point lead. Utah State setting things up. King nearly had it poked away by Holden. Now into the middle of the lane. Hook shot is up and good. Gary Clark found a soft spot. Clark floats it home. The Bobcats have a long way to go through this press by Utah State. Bobcats passing through it, and they do. Holden across the timeline into the left corner. Howie Keene. That three ball no good. Fight for the rebound out of bounds. Staying with Montana State. Good hustle by Jaden Stepp, who was going up against two Aggies trying to win that rebound. So a decent crowd today. They can fit 10,270 into the seats here. It's all one big kind of just arena bowl. It's about 30 to 35 rows straight up from the floor to the concourse. That's it. Inbounds pass knocked free. Bobcats trying to save it, but they cannot. It's a turnover by MSU. Here's Collins' transition three, and it's good. He is absolutely deadly. MJ Collins, the senior, is knocking down 53% of his three-point shots. Bobcats going to bring three new players in at the next stoppage with 10:30 to go in the first half. MSU trailing by 3. Howie Keene at the top. Bounce pass to Stepp, working down that right baseline. Cut off, kick back out. Rotated to Brown, into the left corner. Holden thought about a three, now does fire it. Tough angle, missed it, swirling off the rim. Now the pass knocked free. Aggies recover, and they do get it into the front court. Helter-skelter. A hectic afternoon between the Bobcats and the Aggies right now. It's a good ball game. Drake Allen has the dribble up at the top of the key. Trying to move and direct traffic. Allen, miscommunication, he throws it out of bounds. He thought Collins was going to cut. Collins State's put, and they bounce it out of bounds. So a turnover by Utah State. 5th turnover for the Aggies. Bobcats have 4, so Cats keeping that pretty even so far today. Overall, Utah State +3 in the turnover margin. Bobcats will inbound against the full court press. They get it into Jed Miller. He's doubled, needs help. Gets it out to Holden on the left sideline, ahead to Jeremiah Davis. The Cats into the front court. Davis into the lane, steps inside, goes up, lays it home. Jeremiah Davis able to finish through some contact. His first 2 points today. Bobcats making that change on the floor, so it's Miller, Holden, Davis, McMahon, and Hodges. Allen bounces at the top of the key for Gary Clark. Working along the perimeter, gets rid of it to the right wing. Allen with a lefty dribble into the lane, stops mid-post, pivoting on the left foot, wants to get rid of it and does with a bounce pass. Colby King, contested three. Ooh, and it's good. All right, tip your cap. Jed Miller was right up in his grill. Colby King, a hot start, his second three. He's got 8 points. Bobcats with the ball. McMahon nearly lost it. Kick out. Holden, open three. No good. Rebound won by Utah State. The Bobcats 1 of 9 from 3. Boy, they've had a lot of open looks. Into the lane, driving a kick. Collins again from deep. That's good. 8 points from MJ Collins. Starting to talk a little smack toward the Bobcat bench. 8:45 to go in the first half. MSU down 23-16. Need a bucket here. Holden up at the top. Working along the perimeter to the right wing. Chest pass to McMahon. At the top of the key, McMahon down to the left elbow. cut off. Hands it off for Miller. Throws back to McMahon. Rips down to the right block. Hooks it up. Left it short. Hodges offensive rebound. Shot clock did not reset correctly. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. McMahon puts it up. Off the rim. Rimming. No. Put back. Yes. And 1. Ho, ho, ho. Jeremiah Davis. He came out of the rafters. Caught that ball off the rim. Finished and drew the foul. Whoa, boy. Good to see a healthy Jeremiah Davis. Boy, now that he's back to full strength, he's jumping out of the gym. My, oh my. I mean, he was eye level with the rim. So Jeremiah Davis now with 4 points. And MJ Collins picked up the foul, his first. Davis trying to finish this three-point play off. The shot is up and good. 5 early points for Jeremiah Davis in his first Bobcat start. Utah State leading 23-19. 8 1/4 to go in the first half. Utah State with the ball 2 left in the home whites. Utah State sitting at 6-0. A drive and a layup, no, and a foul. Pat McMahon with the light ticky-tack touch foul. McMahon's first. Drake Allen will go to the line for 2. Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $50 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsclub. We also remind you that Cat Chat will return to Montana's Ribbon Chop House starting on that first Tuesday of January. First free throw is good from Drake Allen, a Utah native who is now playing at his 4th different school, all in the state of Utah. Played at JUCO at Snow College, Southern Utah, Utah Valley. He was a JUCO All-American, and now here at Utah State. And Drake Allen misses his second free throw. Splits the pair. Bobcats with the ball down 5. We tick under the 8-minute mark of the first half. Jed Miller right around the screen over to the right wing. Around to Davis in the left corner. Looking for room. Down to the left baseline. Kick out to Holden. Hands off for Miller on the right wing with 10 to shoot. Miller down to the right baseline, 7. Miller underneath. Kick out 4. McMahon to his left. Fires a 3. Draws the foul. Almost goaltending, too. So fouls on Drake Allen, his second. That ball was pretty darn close to sitting on the rim when they knocked that thing away. It wasn't going to go in, but it did look like it might have been in the cylinder. Either way, Pat McMahon will have 3 free throws when we come back. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position with 7:36 to go in the first half. Utah State leading 24-19 over MSU. The Bobcats have 3 free throws coming up. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Starting January 6th, join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. 7:36 to go in the first half. Bobcats trailing 24-19. We're sitting courtside at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position in Logan, Utah. And Pat McMahon is going to the line for 3 free throws. McMahon leading all scorers right now with 10 points before this shot. First one is up and good. Pat McMahon playing a good ball game today. 4 of 8 from the field. He's knocked down one Wendy's 3-ball. That's the only 3-point field goal the Cats have made today. They're 1 of 10 from deep. Next free throw is good. He's got one more coming. Meanwhile, Utah State is 5 of 10, and all of that still only adds up to a 3-point lead for Utah State with one more free throw. McMahon bends at the knees, puts the ball up in the air and through the hoop, and McMahon hits all 3. It's a 13-point first half with more to play for Pat McMahon. 7:35 left in the first. Utah State up by 2, 24-22. Jordy Barnes moves the ball around the perimeter over to the right wing for Colby King. Throws into the post. Falslev makes the catch and lays it in with a finger roll. Good clean cut. Nice pass. 5 points for Mason Falslev. 4-point lead for Utah State. Bobcats trying to break the pressure. Jeremiah Davis throws ahead to Pat McMahon out on the right wing. McMahon hands off for Jed Miller. Back to McMahon. Drives that right baseline. Cut off. Now getting into a post situation. Draws a double. Skip pass to Jeremiah Davis. Kick out left corner. Holden thought about a 3. Driving a kick. Davis lets it fly. That's no good from 3. A 3-point field goal from Davis on the left wing is no good. 6:45 to play. First half. Cats just can't outbuy a bucket from deep. Now Falslev the other way. Quick 3. No good. Kevin Holden the revount. MSU racing from left to right. They're trying to play at a really high pace today. Holden into the lane. Through contact. Lays it up and in. Kevin Holden finishing strong. A lot of bumping bodies underneath, and Holden able to finish it off. Cats down by 2. Aggies with the ball. Bounce pass to Anderson. Around to the right wing. Back up top. Around to Falslev. He lost it, and they called a foul. Holden just looks at the official silently. And Kevin Holden will head to the bench. David Brown into the ballgame. Hey, Bobcat fans, your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. MJ Collins Jr. will inbound the basketball, working on the left sideline of the Aggies' offensive zone. And he does get it in, but just barely to Templin. Handoff at the top for Barnes. Barnes on the left wing, turns right around a screen, gets the free throw line cut off, bounce out to the right wing. Here's Falslev on the drive, handoff underneath, tip free by Hodges, recovered by Templin, turns, hooks, no, and Hodges has the rebound. What an effort by Chris Hodges there. Got a tip on the pass, had the defense and the rebound. That's just great work by the Wisconsin transfer. Miller out to Brown. Back to Miller, playing catch from the wing to wing. Now Miller on the drive. His pass caught by McMahon. That might have been tipped. McMahon works down the baseline, puts up the runner. That's short. Rebound, saved, and the Aggies have it. Nearly lost it, and then they save it again. Handoff on the left wing. Anderson tries a 3. That's no good. Easy rebound for the Bobcats. Trailing 26-24 with the ball. 5:20 to go first half. Out to the left wing. Here's Miller. Into the left corner for Jeremiah Davis. Back up top to Miller. Cats getting into their offensive play call. Miller into the lane with the spin move. Picks up the dribble, gives to Davis on the left wing. Still 10 to shoot. Out to McMahon, left corner 3. That's no good. Rebound won by Utah State. Bobcats 1 of 12 from 3. It's not like they're forcing it. They're doing what they're supposed to do within their offense, and it's just not falling. Eventually it will fall. And we got a foul out high. I think it's on Davis. It is. Jeremiah Davis picks up his first. Are you on the go and wanting to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Inbound to the top for the Aggies. Utah State setting it up with a 2-point lead. Bounce pass underneath. Collins draws the foul. Jed Miller got caught on the pump fake, and Miller picks up his first foul. So that'll send MJ Collins to the line. Collins has had a circuitous route. He started 2 years at Virginia Tech. Last year he was at Vanderbilt, now playing his final year here at Utah State. Already has put up a 40-point game, and he is currently the reigning National Player of the Week. Did it behind a strong three-point shooting performance when he went 8 of 12 from deep. First free throw is good. Oh, that in a 34-point blowout against Davidson. Collins comes in playing today in his 105th career game and has over 740 career points. Collins looking to get into double figures here with this free throw, and he does not. Came up short. 9 points for MJ Collins. The Bobcats move from left to right. Still down by just a possession. Trailing 27-24. 4:35 to go first half. Brown at the top of the key. Picks up the dribble. Skips over to the right wing. Miller makes a contested catch. Now steps back for three. That's no good. Back iron. Rebound Utah State. The Bobcats 1 of 13 from the three-point line. Collins, left wing three. That's good. Contested shot, and it falls. If he's in the gym, he's in range. Now the Cats quickly the other way. Davis nearly lost it on the baseline. The Bobcats reset at the top of the key with 4 minutes to go first half. Miller driving a kick. Davis, a left corner three. That's no good. Rebound collected by MSU. Crowd wanted a walk or a travel or something. Won't get it. Step. Working at the top. Hands off for Miller. Gives Jim Botch. Over to Step. Knows this Utah State team well. Transferring from Colorado State. And a foul on the floor. Body contact inside. That's going to go on Zach Keller. His first. And we're going to go to a break. Tight one today. 3:48 to go in the first half. The Bobcats trailing 30-24 against Utah State with the basketball. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. Got a good one today between the Mountain West and the Big Sky. Bobcats trailing the Aggies 30-24 with 3:48 to go in the first half. Pat McMahon leading the way with 13 points. Cats are ice cold from three. They're 1 of 14 from downtown. Taking a lot of good threes, in rhythm, in the offense, good looks. They're just not falling. And the turnover battle, which is one we got to keep an eye on. This Utah State team so good in that regard. Relatively even. The Bobcats -1 right now. Bobcats going to work offensively. Right, Pat McMahon has it at the top of the key with a lefty dribble to the elbow. Starting to post up, gets rid of it to Miller. Throws underneath, step by himself, pump fake, spins, hooks, rimming, no, but draws the foul as Templin came down with a big swing trying to block it. That was a heck of a pass by Jed Miller. We had a great angle of it, too. We're kind of right behind him. See that ball come right out of his hand. Step had a pump fake there. You wonder if he would have been able to just get up right away and lay that home. And Templin then asking how could that possibly be a foul, but the answer is he went up and took a full volleyball-type swing. Came down on Jaden Stepp. It's an easy call. Stepp's first free throw is good. First point for Jaden Stepp today. No, excuse me. Third point, rather. Second free throw is good. 4 points for Jaden Stepp, the Colorado State transfer, second-year sophomore. 3:30 remaining in the first half. This game has been tight. Largest lead was Utah State up by 7 midway through this half. Barnes out of the right wing. Goes up to Collins. Puts up a contested three. Left it short. Step head the defense. Miller the rebound. Here comes MSU from left to right. Handoff for McMahon on the right wing. McMahon down to the right baseline. Posting up into the block against Falslev. Draws a double team and has it taken away. Falslev, he had an eye on that ball the whole way. Now a drive and a handoff and a block and a foul. Ooh. Looked like Jed Miller got a lot of ball. I guess there was contact underneath. I guess. Big call, though. That's the second foul on Jed Miller. And that'll bring Kevin Holden into the game. I just missed the replay. I wanted to see that one again. Bobcat basketball is brought to you in part by Kendall Ford of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to the driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. Bobcats getting quiet offensively here. They're one of their last 7 from the field as Falslev puts in his first free throw. True third-year junior. Playing his 75th career game. He has started every game of his career. He's done it over 2 coaches now. His freshman year with Coach Sprinkle. Now Jared Calhoun, formerly at Youngstown State in his second year. Free throw is short. Rebound knocked in the air. Fight for the loose ball. Davian Brown won it. What a physical board. Here comes Pat McMahon now. Back to Brown at the top. He triggers a 3. That's no good. The rebound grab by Utah State. MSU 1 of 16 from 3. My, oh my. Perryman throws it into the right corner. Falslev working into the post against Brown and floats it home. Ooh, and Davian Brown saying he got hit in the face with an elbow there. That's why he went down. Falslev now with 7 points. Coach Logan livid about it. Into the left corner. Botch hands off for Holden. Goes around to Step. Cats now on their heels a bit, looking for an answer offensively. Give it to Holden. Slow pass. Saved by Holden after it was tipped. Now another pass tipped out of bounds by Falslev with 8 to shoot. Chris Hodges will go into the game. Coach Logie in a conversation with the official right now. And they are not going to take a look at that elbow. So you can't just ask now. You have to appeal it. If there was contact, then you would not lose a timeout. If there is not, then you would lose a timeout. That's new. Step with 5 to shoot to McMahon at the top 4. McMahon into lane 3. Puts up the runner, and it's good. Pat McMahon, 15 points in the first half with 2 minutes to go now in the first. 33-28 Utah State with the basketball. Bobcats badly needed that one. Perryman at the top. Bounce over to the right wing. MJ Collins a hot hand. Long, rangy guard. Throws over to the left wing. Keller into the lane. Knocked free by Pat McMahon and out of bounds. It'll stay with Utah State. Jeremiah Davis in. Jaden Stepp to the bench. Jed Miller with 2 fouls right now. And Kevin Holden with 2 as well. Missed one of those on Holden. Yeah, so you got Holden and Miller, 2 of the guards with a pair of fouls. Inbound underneath. Catch is made, then tipped free by Holden. Collins has it, and then they just called a foul on Holden. That's going to be his 3rd. He was pretty aggressive there for a man with 2 fouls, so that's his 3rd. And now Jed Miller with 2 checks back in. It's going to put MJ Collins at the line. A perfect 16 of 16 from the free throw entering today, but he has missed one this afternoon. Front end of a 1-and-1 is good. 13 points now for Collins. Collins exhales. Crowd goes silent. The free throw is up and good. 35-28. Montana State trailing with 1:37 to go in the first half. Past the backcourt, tipped out of bounds by Elijah Perryman. Bobcats going from left to right. McMahon inbounds to Miller, deep in the backcourt. Running by M.J. Collins, gets it into the front court, passes over to Brown as he avoids a trap. Brown steps into it, open three, and it's good! At long last. Bobcats started 1 of 16 from downtown, and Davian Brown finally brings rain to the drought. Bobcats only down by 4. Lob into the post. Keller makes a contested catch. Skip into the left corner. Perryman drives the left baseline. Bounce pass into the lane. Floater is up. No. Offensive board and a foul. And that's the third on Jed Miller. Reached in to try to knock it free. The Bobcats in some tough foul trouble in the backcourt now. Both Miller and Holden with 3 fouls in the first half. That puts Zach Keller at the line, fourth-year senior out of Colorado. Started his career at Wake Forest for 2 years, went to Utah last year, now his first and final year here at Utah State. Free throw's no good. Miller to the bench, Howie Keene into the ball game, the freshman from Texas. An athletic family. His brother plays at Boise State. His sister plays volleyball. His dad was a great player at Illinois. Next free throw. No good. Missed them both. And the contested rebound is won by the hustling Jeremiah Davis. Bobcats into the front court. And Coach Logan's going to use a timeout with 1 minute remaining in the first half. Utah State up 35-31. But again, the Bobcats with the ball. See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. Advanced Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision. Because when it comes to cheering for your Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Advanced Thompson Vision is proud to be the official LASIK provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at advancedthompsonvision.com. Now they had a little over 9,000 here for the matchup against Weber State in Game 2 of the year. Not going to quite be that. This might be one of their smallest crowds of the year. We'll see if Montana State can take advantage. Trying to snap a 3-game losing streak in this all-time series. Looking for their second D1 win of the year, trying to get to 500 with the Cats sitting at 3-4 right now. Montana State drawing up a play with 1 minute remaining in the first half. Utah State up 35-31. Pat McMahon on the right sideline. Inbounding in front of the Aggie bench. Gets it into Davian Brown. Brown dribbling along that half-court line. Gives to Jeremiah Davis. Back to Brown, top of the key. Brown goes left around the screen. Gives to Davis in the corner. Working the left baseline. In deep. Skip pass out to McMahon. Thought about a 3. Drives inside. Gets into the lane. Steps through. Lays it up. That is no good. Fight for the rebound won by Utah State. The Aggies coming the other way as they swallowed the whistle with some contact inside. About 10-second differential between the shot and game clocks. King gets inside, steps through, floats it, no, but draws the fouls. Pat McMahon got caught a little slow. Second foul on McMahon. 30.5 seconds left in the half. The Bobcats should be able to hang on for this last possession now, as Colby King goes to the line. First free throw is no good. Utah State struggling at the line. They're 7 of 13 from the free throw line. Bobcats 7 of 8. Bobcats are 2 of 17 from the three-point line. 2 of 17. While Utah State is 6 of 14. Free throw is good. King splits the pair. Full court press again. Cats get it in. Davian Brown has it. 1-1. And he takes it across the timeline with 5 seconds to spare. Final 20-plus seconds of the first half. Cats down by 5 with the ball. Davian Brown spins to his left shoulder. Takes it to the three-point line. Tries a deep 3, and it's good. Swish. Davian Brown from NBA territory. The Bobcats 2 of 2 from their last 2 shots from downtown. 5 seconds left in the half. Drive and a kick. Knocked free in the air. And which way is it going? That's the Bobcats basketball. Well, good hustle. Bobcats forced that turnover. 1.5 seconds left in the half. Down by 2, going the length of the floor. Howie Keene working on the baseline. And how the Cats get this thing up. Keene, long pass into the backcourt. Intercepted by the Aggies, and that'll be the end of the half. All right. Good ball game. Good defense. Good shooting. It's a good game. Pat McMahon leading the way with 15 points for the Cats. MJ Cullens leading with 14 points for Utah State. And we have a one-possession game at halftime. Let's step aside. Bobcats trailing the Utah State Aggies 36-34 at the half. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Courtside as we are at halftime. Montana State trailing 36-34 against Utah State. And how about musical chairs between about 10 different mascots right now? They've got to go make a layup, and then they get to go sit back down. They've got the mascot for the new Utah NHL team, the Salt Lake Bees, the Utah Jazz. They got everybody. What a scene on the floor right now. A bunch of mascots who have to make layups and then go back. This is a madhouse. What a sight. This is bringing me back to my minor league baseball days. All right, before we dive into the stats and scoring from that first half, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State Basketball. Keaton Gillogly with you, with Kelly Freeman as our producer back in the studios right now. They've got the mascots trying to make layups, and it's getting a little dry here now. But the Bobcats trailing 36-34 at the half against Utah State. Some of the numbers from the first half of play. The Bobcats shooting just 34% from the field. They went 3 of 18 from the three-point line and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. So you figure you'll have some regression to the mean at the three-point line in that second half. Utah State shooting 48% from the field, 6 of 14 from downtown, and 8 of 14 from the free throw line. Bobcats actually took 12 more shots than Utah State did. 35 field goal attempts to 23. Part of that, 10 offensive rebounds for the Cats, 2 for the Aggies. Montana State is +9 in the rebounding battle, so great showing on the glass against Utah State Cats had 6 turnovers. Utah State had 6, so nice to see that even. 5 steals for Utah State, 2 for the Bobcats. Largest lead was a 7-point advantage for Utah State. Cats had a 5-point advantage midway through the first half. Individually, Pat McMahon scored the first 10 points of the game for the Cats. Pat McMahon now 15 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. 8 points from Davian Brown, 3 rebounds, 5 points from Jeremiah Davis, 4 from Jaden Stepp, and 2 from Kevin Holden. Trouble here, 3 fouls for Jed Miller and 3 for Kevin Holden in that first half. On the other side, MJ Collins leading the way, following up his 40-point performance with a 14-point first half. 9 points from Colby King, 7 from Mason Falslev, 3 from Templin, 1 from Drake Allen, 2 from Gary Clark. That's it on the Utah State side. Bobcats only had 1 assist on 12 made field goals. Certainly something they want to clean up. Of course, once they start hitting some three-point shots, that number will rise. 8 assists on 11 made field goals for Utah State. And 2 blocks for the Aggies, 0 for the Bobcats. 2 ties, 3 lead changes. It's been a good one. Cats also have 10 second chance points on those 10 offensive rebounds. So good first half for the Cats. They're right in this thing. We'll see if they can start knocking down some three-point shots in the second half. That'll be one of the big questions after we get out of this break. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on some other scores and notes. The Bobcats trail 36-34 against the Utah State Aggies. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Think about quitting tobacco or vaping? You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to wait for the perfect time. QuitNowMontana.com offers free confidential support 24/7. You'll get one-on-one coaching, proven tools, and resources designed to help you quit and stay quit. Whether it's your first try or your 5th, help is just a click away. Make today the day you take the first step toward a healthier future. Visit QuitNowMontana.com. We are at halftime. Montana State is trailing 36-34. It's been a good ball game so far today. Pat McMahon leading the way with 15 points in this ball game. So nice to see him playing assertive and confident basketball right now for Montana State. Checking in on some other scores. Weber State leading at home against Kansas City. They're up 38-25. Northern Colorado has a non-D1 game coming up tonight, and Sac State playing a commuter game against the WCC. They are at Pacific this evening. Checking in on some of the FCS playoff scores. Bobcats will be hosting Yale after a furious comeback from the Yale Bulldogs. They were down 35-7 at halftime. Yale comes back for the first Ivy League win in the playoffs, winning 43-42. Chase Mason returned for South Dakota State. They beat New Hampshire 41-3. They're going to Missoula next week. North Dakota flexed their muscles at Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech was up there in some of the rankings down the stretch, and North Dakota wins that one 31-6. Also on the Bobcat side of the bracket, Abilene Christian beats Lamar 38-20. So Abilene Christian will move on to the second round of the Bobcat side. Abilene Christian will play SFA, Stephen F. Austin. That'll be the winner of the UAC and the winner of the Southland. The winner of that will go to the quarterfinals against, hopefully, Montana State. So that's some of the stuff going on there. All right, let's take another break. We've got the second half coming up in just a bit. Bobcats trailing 36-34 against the Utah State Aggies. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. Bobcats are trailing 36-34 against Utah State. We're just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. Did look like the Bobcats are going to make a change to the starting lineup for the second half. Keep an eye on that and see who comes out here for the second half. All right, we got one more break to get to. On the other side of this timeout, we begin the second 20 minutes. It's Utah State leading Montana State 36-34. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Keaton Gillogly with you as we get set for the second half of play between Montana State and Utah State. Been a good ball game today. The Bobcats did all of that, trailing by just 2 at halftime, while having a dismal performance from 3. They go 3 of 18, 17% from the three-point line. We'll see if they get back on track from downtown to the second half, with Utah State leading 36-34 against Montana State. Toyota is a proud partner of Bobcat men's basketball. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. All right, just about ready to go. Same starting 5 for Utah State. It is Allen, Falslev, Collins, Anderson, and Templin. And for the Bobcats, it'll be Davian Brown replacing Kevin Holden in the starting lineup, who's got 3 fouls. Jed Miller's going to start the second half. He's also got 3 fouls. So it's Miller, McMahon, Brown, Davis, and Hodges on the floor for Montana State. All right, what a game. It's a good Montana State team this year. They have been in seemingly every game. What an impressive performance to stick around in so many games against so much top competition. Bobcats inbound the ball. They start the second half with the possession. Davian Brown throws around to Davis. Into the right corner for McMahon. Turns into the lane. Goes up with the left hand. No call on some contact. Offensive rebound by Hodges. Gets it to Davis. Kick out McMahon. Thought about a 3. 8 to shoot. Around to Miller. Out to the right wing. Brown checks the shot clock. 5. Brown on the drive. 4. Stops mid-post. Fall away jumper. No good off the front iron. And Utah State, with a swarming defensive possession, collects the rebound on the second try. Bobcats, though, have been very, very good on the offensive glass. And on the flip side, they've been very good against Utah State's offensive rebounding effort. It's been a big-time strength for Utah State this year, and they've not really been able to do that. Allen into the lane, turns, hooks, rimming, no. Templin the board, putback is good. Carson Templin down with 5 points, averages 9 a game. First bucket in the second half goes to Utah State. McMahon over to Davis. Takes it to the top of the key. Crosses over into the lane. Kick out. Not free. Falslev with a steal. Falslev in transition. 1-on-2. Finger roll. No. Put back. Yes. Tucker Anderson with his first 2 points. And that's what Utah State looks like when they're at their best. Taking the ball away and scoring in fast break opportunities. Really didn't do much of that in that first half. McMahon out to Miller. Spins into the paint. Pulls up with a jumper. And it's good. Jed Miller getting on the board with his first 2 points. Tough jumper in the middle of the lane. The Bobcats down by 4. Utah State with the ball. Allen moves right around a screen. Goes to the right wing. Falslev dribbles with the left hand to the free throw line against Brown. Back it in. Spins. Floats it up and good. Slick move by Mason Falslev, who's got 9 points. 17:50 to go in the ball game. Bobcats with the ball. McMahon working his way inside. Allen right there, chesting up. McMahon had it knocked free. Loose ball, and Allen comes away with it. The Bobcats turn it over. Utah State the other way, and a hand check foul on Davian Brown. His first. Cats, they're kind of standing under a bright light to start this second half. Utah State was tied with Weber State in Game 2 of the year at halftime. And then a big second half by Utah State opened that thing up. Drake Allen sets it up, takes it over to the left wing. Curls around a screen to the free throw line, picks up the dribble, looking for the post. Trying to find Templin. Tough contested pass. It's out of bounds. It'll be Bobcat ball. Good denial by Pat McMahon to help force that turnover. Right now it's 8 turnovers for the Cats. Scratch that. Yeah. 8 turnovers for the Cats, 7 for the Aggies. Bobcats into the front court. Brown at the top of the key. Moves left around the screen. Steps back. Thought about a 3. Fires into the post. Knocked out of bounds. And it's going the other way. Falslev reaching around Pat McMahon and forcing the turnover. So those turnovers creeping up right now in the second half for Montana State. That's already their 3rd in less than 3 minutes. Bobcats from left to right. 17 minutes to go in the game. 42-36, Utah State leading. Allen right around the screen. And we got a whistle and a travel. Davis thought there was a foul where he got pushed. And they're going to say he dragged that foot. Cats will take it. No complaint from Jared Calhoun, the head coach of Utah State. And the Bobcats have the ball after the traveling turnover. MSU into the front court. Brown takes it to the top of the key. Throws around to Jed Miller on the right wing. Miller looking around, takes it down into the right corner, picks up the dribble, long skip pass, and Davis can't grab it. Tried to go from the right corner to the left corner. Tough decision. Utah State with the ball. Falslev will inbound. They'll go from left to right. A 6-point lead for the Aggies. 16:40 to go in the ball game. Bobcats punch them out to start this second half. 3 early turnovers. Perryman hands it off. Falslev throws it up to the top of the key. Back to Falslev. Gets behind a screen. Triggers a 3. Missed it right. Rebound tipped in the air. And the second effort corralled by the Bobcats. Jed Miller now out on the left wing as the Cats set up the offense. Looking for Hodges in the post. Gets it down there on the left block. Back to the basket. 1-on-1. Little help defense now sneaking over. Hodges picks up the dribble. Gives it to Davis left baseline. Skip pass to the top. Here's a 3 from Brown, and it's good. Davian Brown, his first bucket in the second half. He's into double figures with 11. The Bobcats start 1 of 1 from downtown in the second half after going 3 of 18 in the first. Started this game 1 of 16 from the 3-point line. Collins steps inside for a long 2, and it's good. MJ Collins with his first bucket in the second half. He's got 16. Cats down by 5 with the ball. Right in it despite taking a couple of punches the first few minutes. Jeremiah Davis throws to Hodges at the top. Gives to McMahon right wing into the right corner. Miller open 3. No. Utah State the rebound. Jed Miller starting 0 of 3 from downtown. Kevin Holden will check in at the next stoppage. 15.25 to go in the second half. Utah State with the ball. Got a 5-point lead. And a foul. Uh-oh. And that's Jed Miller's 4th. A little too aggressive reaching in there. And Jed Miller has just picked up his 4th foul 5 minutes in to the second half. That's a big call. And the right call. We'll step aside from the first Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the game. Utah State leading Montana State 44-39. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources to
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosar's presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosar's.
At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. 15 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the game. Utah State leading by 5, up 44-39 with the ball, looking to inbound for the baseline. They find King inside. It's blocked. What a block by Chris Hodges. The Bobcats save it across the baseline. Tavian Brown tripped up coming back out of the cheerleaders. Up top to Hodges. Picks up the dribble at the top of the key. Hands off for Holden. Working at the top. Bounce pass down to the right block. Hodges backing in. Spins left shoulder and a foul. That's going on at Utah State. Gary Clark picks up his first team foul on Utah State in this half. Bobcats trying to make it a one-possession game. They have the ball. From underneath their own basket, Brown looking, gets it into Hodges, back to Brown, drives inside, gets into the lane, goes up with the left hand, too strong off the glass, fight for the rebound, and the Aggies have it. Bobcats come up empty on that possession. Collins hands it off at the top to Perryman. Perryman works to the left wing, takes it into the lane, goes to the rack, lays it in. First points for Elijah Perryman, who averages 7 a game, the true freshman. Brown trapped in the backcourt, deep in the corner, gets it to Jeremiah Davis, and throws ahead. Pat McMahon into the front court with numbers if he hurries, goes to the rack, lays it up short, and a late foul call. It looked like it should have been the foul initially. Gary Clark with his second. That was one of those ones you wait and let that ball decide if it's going to fall through the hoop or not. Now the crowd getting active about it. Pat McMahon going to the line after a 15-point first half, looking for his first points of the second half. Free throw is good. McMahon came into the year just under 500 career points. Next free throw is no good. He splits the pair. Cats down by 6. Aggies with the ball. 14 minutes to go in the game. Utah State, a hot offensive start. And Perryman continues it. Quick cut to the rack and a finger roll puts it in. Elijah Perryman with 4 points. They've ramped up the pressure of the backcourt. Bobcats break through it. It's out to Holden. Steps to his left. Fires a 3. And it's good. Kevin Holden hits the bottom of the net for his first win. He's 3-ball of the day. 5 points for Kevin Holden. It's a 5-point game. Aggies with the ball. 13-40 to go in the game. King in the left corner. Throws up to the top of the key. Falslev looking for room. Moves left with a dribble. Down to the mid-post. Steps in. Blocked. Davian Brown knocked it away. Falslev got the loose ball. Shot clock has not reset. Knocked free again. 5 to shoot. King leans in. Blocked by Hodges. The Bobcats have the ball. It's thrown ahead to Kevin Holden. Drives inside. He goes to the rack. Behind the back pass to Jeremiah Davis, who bobbled it and has to reset. Here's McMahon into the lane and draws the hand check from M.J. Collins. His second foul. The fan base now starting to get a little itchy about it all. Okay, so Bobcats took a few body blows in those first 3 minutes, turned the ball over a little bit, and now starting to come back. They're the aggressor again. Now it'll be Davian Brown to inbound. Into Holden. Left corner 3 is up. Too strong. Rebound, Utah State. Cats are 2 of 4 from downtown to the second half. That was a good look. Allen on a drive, hands it off, and Clark rises and rips the rim. 4 points for Clark with the two-hand dunk. 7-point lead, Utah State. Bobcat basketball. 12:45 to go in the game. Here's Holden into the lane. Step back at the free throw line. Now steps inside, lays it up, and draws the foul. Shot's no good. Bobcats getting some calls. MJ Collins picks up his third. Kevin Holden's going to the line. The momentum swinging back to Montana State. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a battle-tested Bobcat team by the time we get into Big Sky play. Things bode well. Montana State opens up conference action on January 1st against Northern Colorado at home. Holden puts in the first free throw. Holden is a dynamite three-point shooter. He was second in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference last year at 46% from downtown. This year he's only shooting 32%. So figure that number will rise as the season progresses. Holden knocks down the second free throw. 7 points for Kevin Holden. 12:40 to go in the game. Bobcats down by 5. Aggies with the ball. Neither team has held a lead larger than 8. A little patience here. Drake Allen setting it up. Out to the right wing. Clark against Mbach. Throws it back out to the left wing. Here's a deep three, and it's good. Adlan Elamine, 6'9", pouring it in from way downtown. 53-45, Utah State a 9-point advantage, their largest of the afternoon. 12 minutes remaining in the game. Davis in the right corner. We got a foul, and the crowd is livid, but easy call. It's Elamine who picks up the foul. Fourth team foul on Utah State. Crowd looking at it now, raining boos. Not much of an argument from the Utah State bench. Bobcats setting up their sideline play. Bobcats had some confusion on the substitutions. They had 7 players on the floor for a second. A little infighting on the Bobcat bench now about it. Brown inbounds with a long lob, and McMahon makes the catch near the half-court line. Crowd serenading the officials now. Pat McMahon throws into the left corner. Brown's open for 3. Book it. Oh, that's a big 3. Davian Brown having a big day. 14 points from Davian Brown. 11:45 to go in the game. 53-48. Utah State leading. All 3-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's. Allen hands off over on the left wing for Clark. Back to Allen. Turn to the corner into the lane. Stops. Pivoting. Still pivoting. Leans in. Out of control shot. Airballed it. Fight for the ball and a foul. Foul. Fighting for the rebound. The Bronx cheer coming to life. The foul's on Pat McMahon. His third. All right. There's crowd getting a little feisty and frustrated, and that's partly because Bobcats are right on there with them. It's Utah State 53, Montana State 48. 11:30 to go in the ball game. We're taking a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Bobcat basketball presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Below Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana. 811.org. 11:30 to go in the ball game. Utah State has tried to pull away a couple of times in this second half. They're currently up 53-48. And they've got free throws coming from Gary Clark, who has scored close to 1,200 points in his career. First free throw from Clark is no good. Tough afternoon at the free throw line for Utah State. 8 of 15. Bobcats hitting their shots at the stripe. They're 10 of 12. Next free throw is no good. Clark missed them both. He's had struggles there throughout the year. Bobcats into the front court. Step, gives it to Brown. Picks up the dribble, gives it to Mbach, out of the perimeter, moves it around to Davis, tipped into the backcourt. Bobcats recover. Davis back across the timeline. 10 to shoot to McMahon on the right wing. McMahon down to the right block, backing in, posted up, working on Collins, draws a double, leans in, floats it, no, rebound tipped, fight for the ball, and Brown won it. Wow, what a hustle effort by Brown to win rebound. Bobcats trailing 53-48 with the ball. Brown trying to turn the corner, slipped a bit, keeps his feet, bounce pass to Davis, still 10 to shoot. Davis into the lane, hands off underneath, Mbach in deep, lays it up and in. First of all, what a fight by Jeremiah Davis. Second of all, what patience and balance by Waka Mbach to put that in for his first 2 points. Cats back to within 3. Allen into the lane, got it stripped. Jeremiah Davis dives on the floor to save the basketball, passes it, and then it's stolen away, tipped, and the Cats take it back. MSU into the front court. Pat McMahon into the lane, go up through contact, no call. Logie is livid. Aggies with a rebound. Collins open, transition 3. No! Whoa! He does not miss many of those. MSU into the front court. Trailing by 3 midway through the second half. Brown out to Davis. They get everything organized. Around the perimeter to the top. Botch goes into the left corner for Davis. Backing in, working on that left baseline. 8 to shoot. Thrown to Step. With the lefty dribble into the lane. Kick back out. 3 to shoot. Brown pump fake. Contested jumper. No. Shot clock violation. Cats come up empty on that possession. 3 new players in for Utah State. Perryman, Templin, and Falslev. They join Collins and King. Bobcats have Holden, Step, Davis, Brown, and Mbach. Amsterdam Meat Shop, proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics in the Gallatin Valley. Bobcats in another tight ball game. Howie Keene getting ready to check in. 9:30 to go in the game. Utah State 53, Montana State 50. Jed Miller getting ready to check in as well with 4 fouls. Collins probing, floats it up, left it way short, got his own rebound, then Holden knocked it free. Great eyes, great vision by Kevin Holden to take that rebound away. Holden to the top, gives it to Step. Throws to Mbach, way out high on the right corner. And a timeout called by Montana State. So we'll step aside as well. Bobcat defense ramping up. They've held Utah State without a point in the last 3.5 minutes. The Bobcats have the ball. I believe we're taking a timeout, and should be. Double check here. Yeah, we're going to take a break. Yep. We're stepping aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 9:03 to go in the ball game. Utah State leading Montana State 53-50. Cats have the ball when we come back. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built. Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Bryant, whatever it takes. Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning. Carrier, turn to the experts. Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time. Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces. And NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Qdoba Bozeman is a proud partner of the Montana State Bobcats. Make your winning play at Qdoba. Show your spirit with your own salad, quesadilla, bowl, burrito, or nachos, and all your favorite toppings. Score big and add free guac and queso to your entree anytime, any day. Hungry yet? Stop by Qdoba at 855 South 29th Avenue right after the game for the ultimate flavor MVP.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
What a ball game once again. Miraculous how many tight ball games the Bobcats have played in this incredibly challenging non-conference schedule. 9 minutes to go in the game. Utah State leading 53-50 over MSU. Bobcats have the ball. They inbound it into Holden. Working behind a screen, crossing over, throws to Jed Miller, back to Holden at the top. 6 to shoot. Holden, 4. Holden with the dribble, 2, steps to his left, pumps the 3, now lets it fly. That's no good. Botched the rebound, knocked out of his hands. Miller picks it up, and they reset the shot clock to 20. Holden, catch and shoot 3. In and out. Oh, that hit the inside of the iron and swirled off. A couple of good looks, did not fall. Quickly the other way, Perryman working on step, gets in deep, blocked. Botch knocked it out of bounds, or knocked it away, and then it's out of bounds to the Bobcats. Oh, what a big swat by Waka and Botch. Pat McMahon quickly in. So it's McMahon, Miller, Keene, Holden, and Hodges. Both teams stepping up defensively as of late. Utah State has not scored in 4 minutes. Bobcats have the ball down 3. 8:20 to go in the game. Jed Miller out on the right wing. Surveying, now driving with a lefty dribble in the lane. Kick out for Keene. Back to Miller in the right corner. Triggers a 3. That's no good. And rebound grab by Utah State. Cats have just been ice cold from deep all day. Perryman to King. King on the drive. Hands off inside. Templin turns, hooks, no. Offensive board, put back, yes. 7 points for Carson Templin. And that snaps that 4+ minute scoring drought for Utah State. Bobcats with the ball down by 5. Hodges hands it off the top for Holden. With the dribble, looking for room, spinning to the mid-post, picks up the dribble, bounce pass out to Miller. On the drive, cut off, steps back beyond the arc, 6 to shoot. Miller curling to the free throw line, 5. Back out to the left wing, Holden. He's open for 3. Yes! At the end of the shot clock, Kevin Holden found space for the 3 ball on the left wing. 10 points for Kevin Holden. Bobcats back to within 2. 55-53, Utah State. 7:10 remaining. Perryman to the free throw line. Down to the right block. Hooks it up. No good off the glass. Hodges the defense. Bobcats have the rebound, trying to push. McMahon down the right sideline with a head of steam. Down to the right block. Leans in. Banks it. Good. Pat McMahon aggressively taking it home. His first field goal of the second half. And that's 18 points for Patty Mack. 6:45 remaining. Bobcat contingent trying to make some noise. Not a huge one, but enough. 6:40 to go. We are tied after that McMahon bucket. Templin hands it off for Falslev. Comes back right around a screen. Gets in deep. Alley-oop. Templin floats it home. Templin now starting to eat inside. 9 points for Carson Templin. 57-55. Utah State leading. 6:20 to go. Now this play's starting to make some noise. Holden at the top. Poked free. Diving on the floor. Saved by Holden. And they're going to call over and back. It was tipped initially, but then Holden looked like he had possession on the Bobcat side of the timeline, then passed it into the backcourt. And that'll take us to a break. I think that was the right call, even though it looked a little funky from the Bobcats' eyes. So it's going to be Utah State ball when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 6:13 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing 57-55 against Utah State. Aggies have the ball when we come back. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our value and that we are here to stay. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. We strive to be there for our members through all of life's journeys, from having a baby to starting a business to even in later ages when looking for Medicare options. We're there at every moment to support our members in sickness and in health. We're there no matter what. It's beautiful.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
Fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at the MSU bookstore, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. The MSU bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at the MSU bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase goes directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students. Go Cats!
How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. 6 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the game. Utah State leading 57-55. This game's had a lot of different swings. Defense has reigned supreme. Bobcats doing a nice job on the glass as the Utah State team that is extremely effective on the offensive glass. Bobcats out-rebounding Utah State on the O boards 13-7. Templin inside with a little baby hook. He's able to finish. 11 points from Templin. 4-point lead for Utah State with just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Bobcats with the ball to our left. Hodges gets it to Miller on the left wing. He backs it out. Miller, bounce pass to Hodges. Takes it to the right wing. Gets it to McMahon. McMahon down on the right baseline. Fall away Jay. That is short. Rebound tipped and won by Utah State. Aggies trying to extend a 4-point lead with 5.5 to play. Allen into the lane. Blocked. Swatted away by Chris Hodges. What a deny. Bobcats the other way. McMahon skip out to Miller. Spots up a left wing three. Yes. Jed Miller hits the boom with a left wing three. First Wendy's 3-ball of the day from Jed Miller. Cats back to within one. 5:05 remaining. What an afternoon of ball. This was a fun Bobcat team to watch, I'll tell you. Falslev into the lane. Spins, it floats it home. What another slippery move by Mason Falslev. They list him at 6'4". Don't know if he's all of that. He's not somebody who's going to wow you off the bus with his size, but man, he's got some incredibly efficient moves. Bobcats with the ball down 3, 4:40 remaining. Bounce pass to Hodges at the top. Takes it into the lane. And we got a whistle. And is that an offensive foul on Hodges? It is. He really lowered the shoulder there. Yeah, he went right into him. Templin was squared. He was just playing physical. And a good job by Templin spotting up. First foul on Chris Hodges. Right call. You could kind of see it. Hodges had that look in his eye. He was going in, and he was ready for contact. And Templin squared up, took it straight up, right square in the chest. It's good basketball. 61-58, Utah State leading, 4:30 remaining in the game. Allen throws into the post. Falslev up, floater, no. Put back, yes. Gary Clark, the offensive rebound and put back, all in the air. 5-point lead for Utah State, 4.25 to go. Nobody's led by more than 8. Bobcats have not led since midway through in the first half, but it's been within 1 to 3 possessions all day. McMahon down to the left block, backing in, turns, hooks, good, and one. Pat McMahon, he's got a dub. 20 points for Patrick McMahon, and he's going to the line looking for more. Falslev picks up his first foul. 6th team foul as well on Utah State. Bobcats have 4 team fouls, so Cats will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. McMahon trying to complete the three-point play in a one-possession game. The shot is up and good. 21 points for Pat McMahon, 63-61. Utah State, 4 minutes remaining in the game. Cats still looking for their first lead since 11.5 to go in the first. Allen bounce into the left corner. Handoff there to Collins. Back into the lane. Clark skip out to the top. Allen turns down a three. That's not his game. Turns left around a screen into the mid-post. Turns around with a hook shot. Wild shot out of control. No good. Fight for the rebound. And Pat McMahon comes away with it. Chris Hodges has a hand in there, helping out with the box out. Cats down by 2 with the ball. Jeremiah Davis working the left baseline against Falslev. Poked out of bounds by Falslev. Bobcats will inbound to the left sideline. When we come back, another barn burner for the Cats. My, oh my. What a day. What a game. What a start to the season this month of November has been. Cats trying to close out this month with a big-time Mountain West win. 3:27 to go in the ball game. It's Utah State 63, Montana State 61. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
If you want variety, great prices, and sales, stop by your local Town Pump. Coors and Miller 18-pack cans and bottles, $18.99. Pump It Up members save an additional $2, only $16.99. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Town Pump's a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. 3:27 to go in the ball game. Montana State trails 63-61 with the ball. Into Jed Miller out of the left wing, playing with 4 fouls. Out to McMahon, gets inside. We got a whistle and an offensive foul. That was Allen. Drake Allen squared him up and drew the foul on Pat McMahon, who just picked up his 4th. Did kind of lower the shoulder there. He was decently squared up. They had already called that once on Hodges. Such a tough balance playing with physicality, but not picking up that foul. Those are 2 key fouls by the Bobcats on Hodges and McMahon. Utah State into the front court. Just over 3 minutes to go in the game. Aggies trying to extend a 2-point lead. Templing into the lane, attacking the rack, lays it up short. Hodges had the defense. The Bobcats come away. Holden had the rebound. Out to McMahon on the left wing. Puts it on the floor. Crossing over, spins into the paint, goes up through contact, forced it, no. Off the back iron, no good. Aggies with a rebound. Boy, what a tight game. Hanging on a razor's edge. Allen with the dribble at the top, kind of lost the handle, recovers. Picks up the bounce, and now timeout called by Utah State. What a game. Great crowd, great atmosphere. 2 teams playing hard. Bobcats not backing down. Haven't trailed by more than 8 at any point today. A timeout used by Utah State. Serving all your garage door needs. StoreTech is raising the door on quality. Utah State played Weber State earlier this year. They won that game by 10. Really kind of took control in the second half. That was a free throw shooting contest with almost 60 combined free throws in that ball game. Bobcats doing a nice job guarding the three-point line. Utah State had hit 24 combined threes in their last 2 games. MSU after that dismal shooting performance from the three-point line in the first half. They're 5 of 11 in the second half. Bobcats are +7 on the glass and +5 on the O glass on the offensive rebounding numbers. 14 turnovers for the Cats, 9 for Utah State, 9 steals for the Aggies as well. It's something they've been extremely proficient at this year. Inbounds pass for Utah State. They get it into the top of the key for Templin. 13 seconds to shoot after the Aggie timeout. Allen looking for room, gives it to Templin at the top. Working on Brown, knocked free, goes down to the floor to save it, sitting on his backside, and another timeout used by Utah State with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Cap tip to Davian Brown. Helped force that. Now again, 3 seconds on the shot clock. 63-61. Montana State is trailing Utah State with 1 timeout left. The Bobcats have 2. You get a sense of just how important this possession is, with Utah State using not 1 but 2 timeouts on this trip down the floor. And credit the Bobcats playing tough defense and forcing Utah State into these timeouts. Bobcats holding this Aggie team to 46% from the field. Aggies came in 4th in the nation at 54% shooting percentage. 2:27 to go. Bobcats have had so much work in these late game situations. And just being in these situations against Mountain West, ACC, Big 12 opponents is a win. Now, let's see if they can put it actually in the win column. Sitting at 3 and 4 on the year. False left, catches the inbounds pass, turns, hooks it home. What a beautifully designed sideline out of bounds play. 2-possession lead for Utah State. Brown passing to Holden in the backcourt. They get it ahead to Pat McMahon. He kicks it out to Davis, who's open for 3. Too strong, airballed it. And then it's knocked free. Oh, and they called the foul. It should not be on Holden. He didn't touch him. Who are they putting that on? And it is Brown. Oh, they're giving it to Holden. His 4th. Boy, sure looked like Holden got a lot of ball there. Tough one. Bobcats down 4. Jeremiah Davis to the bench. Jed Miller into the game. 65-61. Utah State leading. 2:10 remaining. Just a handful of possessions left. Allen takes it across the floor. Passes the timeline with a standing dribble. Picked up by Miller. Moves left around the screen to the elbow. Alley-oop. Templin makes the catch and floats it home. And Utah State opening up a 6-point lead. 1:50 remaining. McMahon hands it off for Hodges. Kicked out for Holden. Skip pass to Brown. Into the corner. Here's McMahon. Left corner 3. No, but a foul. And Pat McMahon will go to the line as Drake Allen picks up his 3rd foul. Pat McMahon going to the stripe for 3. This is going to be the 2nd time today that Patrick McMahon will get 3 free throws. Which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. First free throw. Got to have them. The first is good. Winners announced in June 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. McMahon now with 22 points today. Could tie his career high at the line. Next free throw is good. That's 23. Next free throw would tie his career high of 24 points in that tight loss at Colorado. This will also be his 11th free throw of the day. It's up. It's good. McMahon ties his career high with 24 points. Bobcats back to within a single possession. 67-64. Utah State leads. 1:35 remaining. Cats need a stop. Allen turns the corner, gets inside, runs into a double team. Kick out, false left 3. No. Bobcats have the rebound. MSU with the ball down by 1 possession. 1:25 remaining. McMahon nearly at his pocket pick. Gets it out to Holden. Hands off for McMahon at the top. Gets into the lane, floats it up. That's good. We got a 1-point game. A new career high for Patrick McMahon. He's got 26. Utah State up 67-66. 1:08 remaining in the game. Can the Bobcats continue to lock down defensively against a team that was shooting over 50%? Allen into the lane. His pass, bad pass stolen away. Cats have it. Under a minute remaining, down by 1. Brown in transition, lost it out of bounds. And what do we got? And Brown is hurt. Falsleft tripped and then landed on his ankles. Didn't get any call here. I don't know who has the ball. Will Calhoun challenge the possession? Also thought that it was probably a foul on Falslev. So right now they're going to decide if they're going to challenge this. And they're going to challenge. So Coach Logie says you can't do that. You can. One thing they're kind of trying to do is they're taking their time if there's a question about a challenge. So they are going to take a look at this possession. Now, a lot going on here in a 1-point game with 55 seconds left. And they're going to go ahead and take a look at this. So it was knocked out from Falslev, but it dove on the ankles of Brown, and then Brown did not touch it. Cats are going to win this challenge. Yeah, Cats are going to win this challenge. It's going to be Bobcat ball. And Falslev just jumping on his ankles, on Brown's ankles. Not really a great play by Falslev. Just jump on an opponent's legs like that. I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to knock it free, but I mean, that should have been a foul on Falslev. And he poked it out. And watching it in slow motion here, I'm very confident that Brown did not touch that ball. And that would also burn the last time out for Utah State if they do not win this challenge. So they are going through right now. Slow motion replay. Falslev tipped it free. Then as Brown went down, because Falslev landed on his ankle, did he touch it again? My answer is no. I don't think he did. They're slowing it down now where he was down right at the baseline. And they're trying to see if there's another angle. They're checking and challenging the possession. And if this is, if they do not overturn the call, then Utah State would be out of timeouts in the final minute here. Okay, there's one more angle to look at. Oh, did Brown come around with that left hand and touch it? Falslev reaching in to poke it free. Brown kind of tried to bring his left hand in to grab it. Did he touch it with that second left hand reaching around? So we'll see. They are going frame by frame here in what is an absolutely crucial call. Also, Falslev jumped on Brown's ankles like that. It's just not a clean play. Kind of a dangerous play, especially for a guy who's been banged up and didn't practice a ton over the summer. You don't really like seeing a guy do that. Just all out laying out on his ankles. All right, here we go. They've taken a look. They're huddling up. Is this Montana State ball or Utah State ball? They've just finished reviewing. I don't think they had real evidence that Brown touched it again after it was knocked out by Falslev. Here's the call. All right, it's Bobcat ball. Call stands. I think that was the right call. They had some pretty good angles on it. And Montana State has the ball. Down 1 with 55 seconds left. Long way to go. 55 seconds is an eternity in this business. And now where do the Bobcats go when they need a bucket? It is Holden who will inbound the ball from underneath his own cup. Gets it into Hodges. Hands off for Holden. Triggers a right corner three. Got it for the lead. Kevin Holden buries it. A right corner three by Kevin Holden, and the Bobcats have their first lead since midway through the first half. Cats up by 2. Collins with a spin move into the lane. Pump fake, draws the foul. Got Hodges up in the air. So Chris Hodges picks up his second foul. MJ Collins will go to the line for 2 with a chance to tie it. 40 seconds left. Well, the Bobcats going to get over the hump and win one of these high major power games. Utah State going into the Pac-12 next year along with Boise State, San Diego State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Washington State, Oregon State, Gonzaga, and Texas State. Pac State 12. First free throw is good. Needs one more to tie it. Collins came in perfect from the free throw line this year. Today he's 4 of 5. 17 points, 4 rebounds for Collins, the reigning National Player of the Week after a 40-point game and a 30-point win against Davidson. Now they're coming off a 34-point win and a 21-point win against Tulane. Had a 10-point win against Weber State earlier this year. Collins puts it up, puts it home. We're tied. Cats try to hand the Aggies their first loss of the year. They're 6-0. And now everybody rising to their feet. And the inbounds pass knocked out of bounds. Still staying with the Bobcats. They have not announced attendance yet. Probably about 80% full, so could be about 8,000 today. 69 all. 39 seconds left. McMahon inbounding with full court press. Gets it into Brown. Passes out of a double team. Miller has it, playing with 4 fouls. And he gets it across the timeline. A timeout called by Montana State. Bobcats still have one more timeout left. So they're going to draw up their play here with 31 seconds to go. Boy, oh boy. Having fun yet? I mean, what a great sign for this Cats team. Let's go ahead and get to a top of the hour station ID. So let's pause 10 seconds for a network station identification. This is Montana State basketball. Bobcats are battle-tested. What a run. What a November this has been. Final game this month. They return home to open up the Summit League Big Sky Challenge against the Summit League preseason favorites. St. Thomas in town on Wednesday. The Bobcats right now tied with Utah State, 69 all, 31 seconds to go. Bobcats have the ball still with one timeout left. And once again, where do they go? We've seen Pat McMahon take a lot of these late shots in these tight games. McMahon with a new career high, 26 points today. And Montana State trying to score one of their first upset wins of the year. Single-digit losses to Colorado and Stanford and Boise State. Cats standing up in the heat of the kitchen. And they have brought the fight to the bully today. McMahon inbounding. Gets it into Jed Miller. About a 9-second differential between the shot and game clocks. Bobcats have the ball in a tie game. Miller gets it to McMahon on the right sideline. Ripping down to that right baseline. Draws a double team. Knocked free. It's out of bounds. Utah State ball. Falslev and King came in for the double team and took it away from Pat McMahon. And now the Bobcats need a stop to try to head to overtime. And another timeout called by Coach Logie, his final. I think they're going to review this. Don't really have much to lose here. So are they going to challenge this? The officials are talking together. Either way, Logie wanted to draw up his defense. And they are going to review this. So they're going to challenge this call, this possession call. And I guess we'll see. So they're going to take a look at this. McMahon got doubled on the baseline right side. And they knocked it out of his hands. Did McMahon touch it again? We were decently screened because it was kind of in some traffic. So didn't have a good look of it live. And they're taking a look at the monitor right now. As of this moment, 18.8 seconds left. Utah State with the basketball in a tie game, 69 all. Now, looking at it once again, King was reaching out for it, as was McMahon. Oh, okay. There's something there. I mean, I don't know, but it maybe looked like King reaching out for it, as McMahon was as well, that King might have gotten it. And that is close. I don't know. It's not definitive. I'm kind of looking over some shoulders on the scores table right now, just trying to find a way to see it as they go through it frame by frame. But that's not super definitive. Well, I guess we'll see. Yeah, King was kind of reaching out for it. There is a chance there. King touched that, and I don't know. They might overturn this. The officials have finished looking at the monitor. They are all coming together now. Bobcats have challenged the possession. The call on the floor is it goes to Utah State. And right now they are talking about it. The other thing is they'd have to fix the shot clock. Call stands. Yeah, call on the court stands. It was close. And they put 0.2 seconds back on the clock. All right, so the Bobcats do not get a potential game-winning shot off. They credit Falslev with the steal. And now, Bobcats need to rely on their defense, hoping to push this thing into overtime. I got nothing to do but sit on a bus after this, so bring it on. Bobcats need to rely on their defense. That defense was challenged after the tight Denver loss. Do they have enough to stand up and stop this Aggies team that came in averaging 89 points a game and had put up 90-plus in back-to-back games? Shot clock dart. 10 seconds left in a tie game, 69-all. Allen has it. 6 seconds left. Allen at the top with 5. Bounce to false left 4. Spins into a double team. Lost it with 3, 2. From his knees. Throws it up. Tip up. And he got it to go, but they're waving it off. No good. Falslev fell, picked it up on the floor. He was on his knees, floated it up, bounced off the rim. Templin caught it, dunked it home, but live it looked like it was late. Yeah, it was definitely late, not even close. So we're good. We're going to overtime. On to overtime. Man, oh man, they're going to be able to check this, but just saw a replay. And, he had it in his hands, but did not dunk it until after the fact. So they are going to review it, just announcing that to the arena. But the Bobcats have found a way to force overtime here. 69-all. The call on the floor is going to stand. So, all good. Man, oh man, what a day. What a game. Bobcats not backing down at all. So they just announced it to the stadium. And a heck of a ball game today, man. Bobcats shooting 38% from the field. They're doing all this just 29% from 3. They're 9 of 31. 14 of 16 from the free throw line through regulation. Utah State 47% from the field, 39% from 3. They're 7 of 18 and 10 of 18 from the free throw line. That one's going to sting them later. 15 turnovers by the Cats, 10 by the Aggies. MSU is plus 7 on the glass, plus 5 on the offensive glass. 10 steals for Utah State, 4 for Montana State, 8 assists for the Cats, 15 for the Aggies. Patrick McMahon leading the way right now with 26 points. That's a career high. Brown has 14 points. Miller has 5. He's been in foul trouble today. The Bobcats have 3 players with 4 fouls. McMahon, Holden, and Miller. So it's 3 starters with 4 fouls right now. MJ Collins with 18 points. Falslev with 13. Templin with 13. So we head to overtime. Get an extra 5 minutes of some high-level basketball. Brown, Holden, Miller, Hodges, and McMahon start things for the Bobcats. So 3 of those guys are playing with 4 fouls right now. 5 minutes on the clock for overtime. 69-69. What a game. Ready for another tip. Templin and Hodges at center court. Standing on that navy blue Utah State logo with that big block U. And then the capitalized state written through the middle of it. Getting everybody organized here. And now we are ready to go. Our overtime tip-off in the air and won by the Bobcats. 69-all, and the Bobcats have the ball. They've had 1 lead in this game since the 11-minute mark of the first half. It was Kevin Holden who gave it to him on a 3. McMahon into the lane, kick out for Holden, fires a right wing 3. No good, back iron, rebound, tip by McMahon, 1 by Miller, kick out, Brown, left corner 3. No! Fight for the rebound again, and Utah State wins it. Aggies from left to right in a tie game. Oh, man. Oh, and he lost it. Templin picks it up, kicks it back up. Holden is hurt, holding his left ankle, writhing in pain. Pass into the post. Falslev has it. Kick out left corner. 3 is no good. Rebound, tipped, and out of bounds. And now we're going to have an injury timeout. And Holden is in a heap of pain with that left ankle. as he was fighting for that loose ball. Jeremiah Davis will come in. The Bobcat trainer is out to check in on him. And credit the Cats, too, because, that was 5 on 4. Did not give up a bucket there. With Holden hurt, and with Utah State having possession, you couldn't stop the play. Oh, and they just kind of oohed it when they showed it on the replay. I didn't get a chance to see it, but the crowd just reacted. And this might be decently serious. Templin was kind of apologizing as well. And they are checking out Holden out in that left wing right now. I'm taking a look at the replay here. Oh, yeah. Templin fell on him. So he fell on that left ankle. That's why Templin was apologizing, because he got tripped up. And so Holden was looking one way, and Templin out of nowhere just comes and lands on the outside of his left ankle. And that's going to be painful. So he's getting checked out right now. We got 4:19 to go in overtime with this injury timeout. 69 points apiece. Holden's had a heck of a game. Hit that big three to put the Cats up late. He's got 13 points today. He's kind of just letting that left ankle dangle. Jordan and Coach Logie helping him off. And this one might be a longer-term injury. Good sportsmanship. Utah State with the applause. Templin apologized. It was nothing dirty, kind of just a freak accident to land on the outside of his ankle like that. And that was 6'9", 230 landed on his ankle. Jeremiah Davis in for Holden, and we're going back to work. 4:19 left in overtime in a tie game, 69 all. Looking for the first bucket of this extra period. Miller taken across the timeline and does with 2 seconds to spare. Guarded tightly. King is right in his hip pocket. Comes left around a screen to the left wing. Miller throws back to Brown off a screen at the top, into the lane, triple teamed, pivoting, turns, jumper, good. Boy, he looked for every other option, and at long last he turned around and said, fine, I'll take it, from about 10 feet out. Brown now with 16 points today. Bobcats score the first bucket in overtime, up 71-69. 3:45 to go. Around to the right corner, here's the three. Collins got free off the screen and buried it. Logie kind of knew that one was coming. He could see it. Cats down by 1, 72-71. Very good defensive performance from the Cats today. Remember, this is a Utah State team that put up over 90 points in each of their last 2 games. Brown on the left block turns, floats and good. Brown now with 18. 3:15 to go in the game. 73-72, Montana State leading. Allen out on the right wing. Bounce pass, knocked free. Brown guarding false left, came up short, fight for the rebound, and everybody ties it up. We got a whistle, and it's going to be Utah State ball with the possession arrow. Good hustle. Aggies will inbound underneath their own basket. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Lobbed in, and Templin makes the catch and floats it home before the Bobcats got set. Good heads-up play. 74-73, Utah State leading. This place coming back to life once again. Miller working on the left wing. Gives to Hodges at the top. Back to Miller. Working at the top of the key with the drive to the elbow. Backs it out. Having some patience here. 10 seconds to shoot. Miller to the right wing. Crosses over the top, spins into the lane. Fall away jumper, too strong. Rebound Utah State. Aggies get the stop with a 1-point lead. 2:20 remaining in overtime. Cats have played a lot of one-on-one here in overtime so far. The crowd feels like it filled up as the game went on. Not too many empty seats, mostly the student section that's partially empty. Allen in the left corner, 10 to shoot, gets it to Collins, pumps the three. Miller's right there on top of him. Out to Templin, 6 to shoot. 4. Templin with 3 to Allen 2. NBA range 3. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's won by the Cats. That was a heck of a fight from Hodges and Templin on that rebound. And Hodges wins it for the Cats. MSU down by 1 with the ball, 1:40 remaining in overtime. Out to the top for McMahon. Crossing over, working on Falslev. Backing into the post, turns, fall away jumper, left it short. I don't know, that's the shot they wanted. And once again, a lot of one-on-one here in overtime by the Cats. The air ball chant echoes through this 50-year-old stadium, almost 60 now. Allen out to the left wing for Collins. Here's a 3. That's rimming. No, and McMahon wins the rebound. Then it's knocked out of bounds, and it will be Bobcat ball. Officials both had that same call. They're going to talk about it. Discussing things on the baseline, and they change it. Utah State ball. McMahon didn't really go after it, didn't think it hit him, but it bounced off his leg, allegedly. Good play, bad play, next play. 1 point lead for the Aggies, 1:11 to go in overtime. Aggies to inbound from their own baseline. Allen looking, still looking. Long lob, and Templin makes the catch out high. Hands off for Collins. MJ Collins, one of the more athletic players we've seen in the non-conference. Collins into the lane. Long pass, extra pass to the top. Falslev into the paint. Turns, floats. It's good. Still a one-possession game. Falslev's had a big impact since halftime. 3-point lead for Utah State. 50 seconds left in overtime. Timeout, Montana State. They got the blue pool noodles in the student section. Waving those around. Everybody on their feet hopping around. And a heck of an environment. It's a Utah State program that's been to the NCAA tournament each of the last 3 years under 3 different head coaches. And the Bobcats going toe-to-toe with the team that's really been rating out as one of the best teams they've played in the non-conference, even with Colorado and Stanford on the schedule, Boise State. This is the team that came in rated as the best and most difficult the Cats have faced. And now Montana State with the ball, drawing up a play. 49.9 seconds left in overtime. 76-73, Utah State leading. And the Bobcats using their timeout to try to dial up a play. It's been a tough afternoon from the three-point line. Cats started 1 of 16 from beyond the arc. Much better in the second half, but still 27% from 3. Falslev and Xavier Bishop sharing a smile. Bishop was on staff with Sprinkle when Falslev was a freshman. McMahon to inbound, into Davis at the top. Cats need a 3 to tie. Still at least 2 possessions left in this game at minimum. Miller out on the left wing. He's got a mismatch against Templin. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Brown. He's open for 3. That's off the front iron, no good. Rebound tipped, it's loose on the floor. Fight for the ball. Jump ball forced, and it will be Bobcat ball. Or did they call a foul? They tie him up, or was it a foul? Oh, and they're calling the foul. Oh, that's a tough call. Second foul on Jeremiah Davis. Looked like a tie-up. Usually when you see all those hands in the cookie jar like that, it ends up going. Oh, that's tough. I don't know about that. They're calling that foul. Tough call. So Falslev goes to the line, try to make it a 2-possession game with 34 seconds left in overtime. What a game. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good for Mason Falslev. Came in 10 of 15 from the free throw line. So now it's a 4-point advantage for Utah State. Credit the Bobcats, man. They have been in every game all year. Next free throw is good from Falslev. 5-point lead for Utah State in overtime. 34 seconds left. Bobcats have the ball on the wrong end of a 6-0 run. Miller on the left wing. Pulls up for a quick 3. Got it. We got a 1-possession game with 26 seconds left. 78-76. Shot clock is dark here. The Bobcats need to commit the foul. Jeremiah Davis Does. 18 seconds left, so again, a 2-point game. There still will be a 1-and-1. And it'll be Allen at the line. Came in 11 of 16 this year from the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 today. Utah State just 60% from the free throw line. So 1-and-1. To make it a 3-point game, that's good. Only the second point of the night for Allen. He'll line it up again. This is the big one, to make it a 2-possession game with 18 seconds left. Through the silence, the free throw is up and good. After a tough afternoon shooting at the free throw line for Utah State, hitting the clutch ones down the stretch in overtime. Bobcats down by 4 with the ball. 15 seconds left in the game. Miller out of the left wing. Crosses over up to the top of the key. Goes to Brown. Steps back. Wanted the 3. Knocked out of bounds. Staying here. 8 seconds left in overtime. Bobcats inbound to the Coffin corner. It's going to be McMahon. 8 seconds left. Still a 2-possession deficit into Miller. Makes the catch. 6 seconds. Turns. Tries the 3. That's good. Oh, Jed Miller makes it a 1-point game. 80-79. And Brown comes in and commits the foul. Okay. Jed Miller, back-to-back Wendy's 3 balls here in overtime to keep it alive. I mean, this is still very much alive. So I believe this should be 2 free throws. Is it 2 or 1? 1-and-1. Check it from the officials. It is 2. Yep, that was the 10th team foul, so it's going to be 2 free throws. But either way, Cats will have, at worst, a chance to tie this thing. 3.4 seconds left. No timeouts left for MSU, 1 for Utah State. 80-79, Utah State leading with the ball at the free throw line. Not quite a sellout, but close. So MJ Collins goes to the line. And the first free throw is good. 2-point game. 81-79. Here's another one. Who will get the shot off for the Cats after this? Will it be good? Will it not be? Again, no timeouts for Montana State, so going to have to just go. Brown just got a call relayed from Coach Logie into Miller. So to make it a 3-point game, Collins puts it up. That's rimming and good. 3-point game going the length of the floor. 3.4 seconds left. McMahon can run the baseline here. Gets it in. Jed Miller makes the catch. And they did commit the foul there. Good quick foul. So Templin picks up the foul. And down 3 late. Commit the foul. It's a 3-point game. Should be a 1-and-1, correct? Utah State is not going to use their last timeout. Bobcats bring in Botch along with Hodges to bring some more size down to the post. Okay, double checking. Should be a 1-and-1. So make one, miss the second. With 3 seconds left, there's only 4/10 that went off. Yeah, 1-and-1, 1-and-1. All right, Miller at the line. Down by 3. Want to make the first and miss the second. Exhales, puts it up, puts it in. All right. So now 2-point game, and again, Montana State's going to want to miss this and try to tip it in, presumably. And now Utah State will use a timeout. Now the Bobcats at the end of practice and the shoot-arounds, they do free throws for the win. They find the side that they're going to be on in the second half, or overtime in this case. And they have the guys go and shoot 2 free throws. Everybody stops and watches. For moments like that, that's exactly what they were doing. 3 seconds to go. Cats down by 2. And you assume they're going to try to miss this intentionally and tip it back up and in. You do that, it ties it. It's a fun game, man. Bobcats have had a lot of fun, a lot of tight games, a lot of stiff challenges. Haven't always come out with the wins. They're 3-4. This is a Utah State team receiving votes. They're 6-0. They were hanging some big scoring numbers the last couple of games. The Bobcats have done a nice job defensively. They've held Utah State 8 percentage points over their season field goal percentage. And now Jed Miller is at the line, presumably intentionally missing this to try to tip it back and tie it. and send us to a second overtime. 3 seconds on the clock. Miller's already had a pair of Wendy's 3 balls in this overtime period. They're going to pull one of the Aggies off the lane. So they only have 3. Or they have 3 Aggies on the lane. Cats have 2. Here's the free throw off the back iron, rimming around. Oh, and in. 2.3 seconds left. They're going to change that on the clock, though. Jeremiah Davis will go check in. Swap out for Imbach. Man, oh man. 1 point game, Utah State 82, Montana State 81. So they leave 3 seconds on the clock. Allen will inbound. No timeouts either side. Allen looking to get it in. They do in deep, and McMahon hustles over and gets the foul. And that will foul McMahon out of the game. He will finish with a career-high 26. And let's see if they want to move this clock at all. So Howie Keene will check in for Pat McMahon. And right now they got 1.9 on the clock. Doesn't look like they're moving it at all. So McMahon done. 82-81, Utah State leading. And McMahon takes a seat with a new career high, 26 points. Went 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 8 of 21 from the field. He got fouled on 2 3-point field goals today. All right. Colby King at the line. His first free throw is good. 2-point game, 83-81, 1.9 left. Well, all this is going to bode very, very well for the Bobcats when they get into Big Sky Conference. King lines up a second to make it a 3-point game. Free throw is up and good. 84-81, 1.9 seconds on the clock. The Cats have to go the length of the floor and need a 3 to tie it. Can he make a catch and get something off? Howie Keene, long baseball pass ahead. Tipped, loose. Miller made the catch, heaves it up, and it's short, and the ball game is over. 84-81, MSU loses in an absolute dogfight. What a game today. Montana State is heavily battle-tested, and now they will head to the Summit League Big Sky Challenge ready for a fight. It's all fun and games, but man, oh man, what a game and what an effort. And now the Bobcats really will get into the meat of their schedule with the Summit League Big Sky Challenge coming up next. And then Big Sky play around the corner after that. We'll step aside. Cats fall in overtime 84-81 against Utah State. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Rib and Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Starting January 6th, join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Rib and Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids.
And adults can also be kids. And new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
Man, oh man, what another phenomenal game for the Bobcats. Once again, they come up short, falling 84-81 in overtime against Utah State. This was one heck of a game today. Another new career high for Pat McMahon. Second time he's done that this season. 26 points for Patrick McMahon. Second time he's gotten over 20 points this year. He did it 4 times all of last year. Bobcats were right there. They never trailed by more than 8. This was a back-and-forth game. 5 ties, 6 lead changes. Cats only led for about 4 minutes in this game, but they were right there. Man, this was a heck of a seesaw affair and a heck of a performance by Montana State. Once again, they come up short in a tight game, but I don't think that's really the story. The story isn't Montana State hasn't closed out games. The story is Montana State's in games against high major and some major conference teams, and that's a really good sign for this Bobcat team. And this is going to be all really good stuff for Montana State once they get into Big Sky play. Just couldn't quite get this one over the hump, and tough shooting night at the start of this game from the three-point line. They started 1 of 16, hit some big shots late, but come up short 84-81 against Utah State. They did this all without Christian King, who was out today with an injury. Kevin Holden got hurt in overtime and did not return as well, so the Cats were even a little short-handed in this game, but still come up short by 3. All right, plenty more to get to. We'll take a break. Coach Logan will join us in a bit. Cats fall in overtime 84-81 against Utah State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Don't miss Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers' grand opening event going on now in Bozeman. Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers is your destination for extraordinary jewelry and exceptional service. And now you can save up to 40% off store-wide, just in time for Christmas. Shop now and pay later with up to 60-month financing available OAC. While you're shopping, register to win thousands of dollars in designer jewelry giveaways. It's all going on now during Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers' grand opening event in Bozeman, across from Gallatin Valley Mall.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
It's
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Montana State falls in a tight one, 84-81 against Utah State. Bobcats continue to battle back, had a lead late on a Kevin Holden 3, but Utah State with some late shot making helped force overtime, and Bobcats fall in OT, 84-81. We're seeing a team right now that's pretty deep. They were shorthanded. Christian King was out today. Kevin Holden got hurt in overtime and did not return, but we saw 4 different Bobcats in double figures. They were right there. They were +6 on the glass, 43-37 against Utah State. This is a very, very good Aggies team. The Bobcats, I mean, they were there punch for punch. They were right in the fight, and the Bobcats come up just short against a very good Utah State team, and that'll set them up going forward here in a pretty good place. They fall to 3-5. Utah State improves to 7-0. We're going to get Coach Logie here in just a minute. I see him walking down the tunnel right now. Cats shoot 39% from the field, 31% from the three-point line, 11 of 36, 16 of 18 from the free throw line for Utah State, 47% from the field, 36% from the three-point line, 8 of 22, 69% from the free throw line, 18 of 26, but they hit some of those shots late at the free throw line as well. Bobcats were -6 in the turnover battle, +6 in the rebounding battle as well today. All right, head coach Matt Logie getting ready to join us here now as the Bobcats come up just short. And Coach, man, oh man, what a non-conference you put together here for your guys to get nice and battle tested, walking into another heck of an environment here as well. Back and forth affair. Overall, another tight matchup. What kind of stands out in an environment like this and in a game and battle like this?
Well, what stands out to me is the fight that our kids have, the quality of the team that we're building. It's a top 25 team and program in the country with a top 10 atmosphere in the country. And, we've got nothing to hang our heads about today. Our guys came in here with an attack mentality. We knew that we were going to have to shoot our shot and be aggressive, and some of those things didn't fall, but we also knew there were other margins we could win, taking care of the basketball, getting second possessions on offensive rebounds, and we did all those things. I just encourage everybody back in Bozeman, please be there on Wednesday when we have St. Thomas at home. This is a team that is scrapping and clawing and climbing its way to the space that we expect this program to be in. We need everybody in the brick on Wednesday night. This team deserves it, and that was a hell of a battle versus a great team. Yeah, St. Thomas, the preseason favorites for the Summit League. They'll be hosted by Montana State on Wednesday. Patrick McMahon, 26 points today. Early on, it really felt like he was playing as aggressive as we've seen him in his time here. Yeah, Utah State plays a unique defense, and, I thought we did a good job of clearing out space for penetration and for attacks. Off the bounce, Pat's obviously one of our best guys doing that. So he was able to get to the rim, get to some good spots, collapse the defense, and create some things for our shooters. And that's who we expect Pat to be. You mentioned kind of the fight of this game, but this just seems like you've gone through so much here in the non-conference, all of these tight games. It does seem like you've got a very resilient bunch, and that's the type of thing that's going to really bode well when we get into the brawls of Big Sky Conference play. No question. There's not a better team on our schedule than the one we just played right now in this environment. And so, if that's where we're at in November, we just got to stick to the process and keep battling and keep growing and keep getting better and learning. All the micro lessons, and we're going to be just fine. All right, Coach. You got a heck of a group of battlers and fighters out there. Looking forward to seeing them at the Brick on Wednesday against St. Thomas. Talk to you again soon here. Thanks a lot. Go Cats. All right, we'll take a break. Montana State falls in overtime, 84-81 against Utah State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. At Vance Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision. Because when it comes to cheering for the Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Vance Thompson Vision is proud to be the official LASIK and cataract provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at VanceThompsonVision.com.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning